What's good? We're live. How are you guys doing? I gotta fix the lights because I always forget. One sec. Alright, how are we doing today, folks? We got some more Monster Hunter Battle League action for you here today. I backcombed my hair when I went to bed last night, and I woke up and I had a mullet. Just like huge like pompadour with like really long hair in the back and all like pushed back on the sides. It looked fucked. I looked like Uncle Joey from Full House. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? We've been at this for a little while now. That means Wednesday is going to be our last day of the Battle League with new monsters. Oh, JP Mockman.
Yo, at work, so just lurking, you know the drill.
Appreciate the support as always, JP. Hope you're doing well at work. Tiger vs. Tiger first round, yes sir. So this is going to be a very good indicator on why seeding is important, because this is the most stacked fucking round so far. Everybody here, easily everybody in this 8-man bracket, 8-man round robin, could make top 2 in any other. Literally any other bracket that's happened, any monster from here could have made top 2 in that one. I don't know how. I was testing. This is fucking stacked. The way I did the seeding for the most part is I took like 3 or 4 monsters that I thought were going to be pretty good and threw them in, and then 4 monsters that I wasn't sure of. And so that's kind of how I did it. And some of them ended up a little bit more stronger than others. I was wrong on a couple of cases. Everybody here is busted. So I apologize to the 6 monsters that do not make it out, because you're going to have to wait like 1 week and then you can make it out next week, because this is going to be fucking stupid. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Let's take a look at the monsters we actually have. Astrid. Ooh, Aiden Snake's now following. Aiden! Brother. You alive? What the fuck? Where you been? Raiding with a party of 12? God damn, bro. Hell yeah. What's good? Yo, and Blanc too? How you guys doing? How is Kanban Meow? Thank you for following. You guys like that March and Mochi? You guys have played Monster Rancher? Maybe you know. Riddles, how you doing, Riddles? Hope COVID is treating all the Smash players well. I know it's not, because you're stuck playing fucking Wi-Fi. You know, maybe one day you'll do what I did, and you'll just stop playing, and you'll save yourself a lot of heartache and a lot of headaches. But until then, hope you guys enjoy yourself. Because I was not. I hated Ultimate, bro. But anyway. Lop is now following. Lop, thank you. And Crumpets and Cheese as well. Thank you guys for the follows. Do appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to get started. A bunch of people here are brand new to Monster Hunter. Riddles, thank you for the follow. What you're basically going to see is salty bets. You guys get to bet on monsters that were made by the community, and they're going to duke it out. Some are going to be kind of shitty, some are not so shitty. But, you know, this one is actually, like, this is a very good bracket. We got Astrid belonging to Chaos. Dougie the Tiger is my man. Mask Horseman belongs to, I think, Abeth. Yes. Jolly Green Jack is Stardust's monster. Giga Impact belongs to Alkius. Rabies is Jen Gap's monster. Wilfred. Yeah, if you guys have never watched my stream before, I got a bunch of channel points shit that if you spend 3,000 channel points, you get to fuck with my stream with just like the most obnoxious animations possible that I have programmed. I forget who made Wilfred. We'll find out soon enough. Let's get going. So yeah, Monster Hunter Battle League is a tournament series I run. I should probably put on the actual music and stop playing Guilty Gear. That might help. Give me 1 sec. Music in this game is kind of goofy, but anyway. So we got Astrid. And we got Genki sending in a Mochi. Mochi belongs to Biozion. Or Bioxion. Oops, my bad. Hold on one sec. I'm going to restart that. So I accidentally entered human control. We don't want human control. Human control is boring and also not possible because this is a PS1 game. But if you guys are hyped, you can bet on which one you want. We'll do a little tail of the tape thing. I'll compare stats. I'll tell you what the stats mean. And then you can bet to your heart's content. So yeah, Monster Rancher is an old anime game. A lot of shit going on with it. It came out 97, the first one did. And it was kind of made as like a more complicated version of a Tamagotchi. It was a virtual pet, basically. But we fucking found out how to optimize them. And we made it into a competitive scene. So, life is your hit points, power is how much damage you do with physical attacks, intelligence is the same with kind of like special attack. Skill is your accuracy, and then speed is evasion, defense is how little damage you take. You're not going to see much defense from anybody because the stat is just mathematically really, really shitty. So, nobody runs it. But yeah, we got 20 seconds left. If you guys don't know what this is, we'll watch one, and then, maybe you'll feel a little bit more confident on voting on the second one. By running a tank build, I know, first time. Oh yeah, and that was the big gimmick for it, was that you would go to a shrine, and you would take the physical game out and put in a CD, and it would read code on the CD and make you a monster, like a unique monster based on whatever the code on that CD had. Okay, prediction is done. We only do 1 minute predictions because we have a million to vote on. Mochi with the thrust gets him right in the chin. Doing a little bit of damage. Roll Assault's this big one. Roll Assault's where Mochi's going to get the damage. Astrid with a little bit more damage output. Also, Astrid has way more than 450 intelligence or power. I don't know, it's one or the other. But anyway, JP, have a talk with Chaos about it. Diving Press, 67% chance to hit, lands. Mochi in a little bit of trouble now. Goes for another one. That's going to be it for game one. Does he get grit? He does not. Monsters can proc battle specials. And what the battle specials do is it's kind of like a status effect. How do I do predictions? Like, how do you do predictions? Click on the disc chips. The little icon underneath the little channel points thing. And it will show you your two options. Before every match, you have a minute to vote. While I'm doing other housekeeping stuff. Punch. Yeah, if you're on mobile, it fucks up sometimes, so you have to look out for that. The headbutt. 65 damage. So these monsters don't really have, like, huge text. You'll see some crazier shit later on. Roll Assault doing a little bit of damage there. Astrid losing. Needs to do something to bring this back. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my schedule. Okay, so Astrid trying to bring this back. Some more info on the game. Guts is like meter. It builds over time. You need to spend X amount of guts to do every attack. You'll see the attack name is beside the amount of guts that you need to spend. So, see, Roll Assault. No, we won't see it. But I'll show you next game. Okay, so we got a game 3. First set goes to game 3. As you can see, Roll Assault costs 17, Headbutt costs 11, Slap costs 10. They all missed. No move in this game has a 100% chance to hit. It's not Pokemon. A very accurate move will, on average, have about 60%. The reason these are so high is because nobody's running any speed. Punch. 69 damage. It's nice. So Anger's an interesting battle special. What that does is it boosts your guts production by 50%. but it does make you easier to hit. It lowers your evasion. So if you're already going to get hit by everything, Anger is a very good battle special. It's just kind of like a net win with no downside. Headbutt misses. Astrid, 9 seconds left on the clock. Mochi needs to do something big. The diving press misses, but Mochi is still in it. What's he going to do? Roll assault to 80. How much damage are we looking at? Big crit could win this, but it does not. And Astrid wins 2-1. Chaos is now following. Thank you. Appreciate the follows, guys. It's nice to see some of the Smash homies' names. It's been a long, long ass time since I've been to an event. Okay, next up we got my boy Dougie. Dougie the doggy. I don't know if he's gonna do any well, but we'll find out. And Wilfred, who's also a dog, but not the same dog. Got Dougie and we got Wilfred. So Wilfred has a little bit of speed. Dougie does not have much skill. So he's going to have a hard time hitting Wilfred. He has... they'll be doing about the same amount of damage as each other. But Dougie does have a lot more life. Battle of the good boys, yes. There can only be one. It's like Highlander. Only one can be the goodest boy. My RTX on, 1 sec. It is, okay. Yeah, you got 20 seconds left. Get your bets in. How to build a tiger versus how not to build a tiger. I don't think either of these are like bad. Like I don't think Wilfred's a bad monster. Blizzard at 48%, kind of spooky. Goes for it. It misses. Very good for Wilfred. He's got a little bit of a guts lead. Goes for the bite. That misses at 78. Scratch misses at 72. Oh my god. Ooh, body blow hits. Big crit. Doing 82 damage. Dougie with the lead. Goes for paralyze at 52. It lands. A little bit of damage. Minus 32 guts. Goes for the Blizzard on a 50-50. That lands as well. 118 damage. Wilfred in a little bit of trouble here. So, Wilfred does have power. It's possible if Bite doesn't kill here, he's... well, you know. Bite does kill, though. Hey, Freya, how are you doing today? Another 48% Blizzard lands, 169 damage. Wilfred not in power range, so that was a really good roll for Dougie. Wilfred cannot hit power, unfortunately. There we go. Lands his first attack. Bite misses. Did I stress Dougie out? He has 100 stress, yes. 186 damage on the crit. Dougie wins that one 2-0. Yeah, he didn't do a single 1-2. He did like 4 bites and a scratch. So yeah, this is going to be a very hard tournament to advance from. I would be very surprised if any monster goes worse than 2-5. Ask Horseman and Rabies. So we got 2 monsters with speed. It's not all tanks. Ask Horseman and Rabies. Prediction is live. Make your bets. Gotta destroy your enemies in all ranks. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I think you just have to advance. That's all that matters. The 1 speed and skill is kind of funny. Or speed and defense. Doesn't matter. 37 defense and 1 defense is the exact same. Okay, you got 25 seconds left. Get your bets in. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am. I'm just updating while we're waiting. Yeah, here we go. So Mask Horseman has a Rush Slash and Stab Throw. Both very, very powerful techs. Rabies has a lot of speed, but does not have a lot of life. So if he dodges, he's doing good. But he can't really take more than 2 hits. Dust Cloud, gonna land, doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh! Bruck, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I am having a great day. Did some packing and work. Nice. Well, the rear leg kick misses. Tried to launch Doggy into orbit, but he did not. Ooh. Did Astrid get round 1? Astrid did win round 1. Astrid has 460 intelligence, though. I don't know if you noticed. Doesn't matter, but, you know, doesn't look nice. Rabies, with the crit 2 bites, wins. Okay. Charge at 66 does 100 even. A little bit. Oh, misses the stab throw. So that's the thing. Stab throw does a shit ton of damage. It's a completely anti-tank attack. It doesn't often hit, or like ever hit, but it's very good against tanks. Anybody who can't dodge. Oh, it lands at 35. That's probably one hit KO. 300 damage. There's the grit. Rabies was knocked out, but he's back with 1 health. He can still win this. He can still make it a 2-0. Oh. It's not quite enough, but it's something. It's a start. There's the bite at 94. 120. And we have another grit. 12 seconds left. Mask Horseman needs a KO here, because on the grit tie, he will lose. Rear leg kick lands. Are you supposed to root for certain monsters? No, it does not matter. These are all made by the community. So there's none that are like bad guys, you know? Let's go. Yo, Blanc, you like Mr. Mask Horseman? Goes for the Rush Slash. That would do probably 2/3 of Rabies' health if it lands. Missed, though. 2 bites. Misses at 82%. Almost got your point scam. Damn. I'll try not to fuck up the predictions. I've done that once or twice, where I gave the wrong person points afterwards. But yeah, just root for who you like, because this is not... none of these are like the enemies that everybody has to go against. This is like if you went to like a fighting game tournament. Like, it's all people in the community who are entering these monsters. Rear leg kick lands at 61. 60 damage. It's a pretty weak move with a really long animation time. It's kind of shitty, to be honest. But landing it is better than not landing it, obviously. Ooh, charge lands at 119. Still got the guts lead. Goes for Dust Cloud. Doesn't do almost anything. Mask Horseman has a chance here. 1 second left on the clock. Can he attack? Gets anger. Runs down the clock on himself. Rabies with the timer scam. Wins that one. 2-1. And our final match of round 1. We got 4 and 5. Who's that? Oh, we got Jolly Green Jack and Giga Impact. This is gonna be a match. So I think you guys can already tell, those of you who have watched the stream before or have watched the Battle League before, that there's like no bad monsters here, right? There's nothing that's like, well, that's kind of stupid. Everybody is like competently built. You like Jolly, or do you like Giga? Look at how small that whale is. As the world's smallest whale, little baby whale.
Yellow-bellied zoomers!
Yeah, yellow-bellied zoomers. What a line. That's from the anime. Don't know why they say it that way, but, you know. It's become a meme. Giga Impact is such a raw name. I know. It's very good. Named after an incredibly shitty move in Pokemon, but sounds metal as fuck. He really hoarded the Zillas. So what's actually really funny is Ran wanted to do a pink Zilla and a Guji. And I said he couldn't because he can't, like, I don't think it's fair to bogart all of the best Zillas and just kind of like force other people to do nothing. And then he decided not to do Zilla at all afterwards. Is that an acceptable audio quality? Fix it again. Yeah, I'll fix it by making it 100 times louder like I did last time. Okay, Jolly Green Jack has that diving press. 59% chance. Giga Impact only has accurate attacks. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but will be able to hit pretty often. Ooh, Jolly Green Jack gets the anger. It's going to build up a guts lead. Misses the kick at 72%. Unfortunate. If you're a fan of Jack, goes for the diving press, though. Big ol' stage dive, 400 damage minus 37 guts. Giga Impact gets power. So now he's going to do double damage if he lands an attack. He just needs to build up to 45 guts first, and he gets punched right in the nose. I don't think whales have nose. Is the blowhole a nose? I don't know. I don't know how whales work. I don't know how whales be. Game 1 goes to the Jolly Green Jack. Pretty quick. Don't like the Zilla moveset? I think it's okay. Headbutt's great. Wow, diving press misses, but he only does 4 damage to himself. Yeah, headbutt's fine, and I really like knocking up. And Scratch is like a big move now, right? It's a C-Force, so it's pretty solid. Whale Beaks? Yeah, I don't know. Might have the best looking diving press. I think he does. Zilla's is the funniest because he gets like no airtime. He gets like an inch off the ground. I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, Priya, but I think Scratch as his strongest attack is like not bad. Knocking up, you have to remember, knocking up has a pretty good chance to crit. So that's why it is the way it is there. Kick hits 66%, 197 damage. Oh, 122 on his Scratch. Jolly Green Jack is going to get hit again. Yes, he is. Doesn't fall over this time. Building up guts. With that hand, I imagine he's going for diving press and wave riding. I could see that. It's probably a good bet based on the name, you're right. Can't remember which monster has the diving press that doesn't squish the monster on hit. I don't know which one it is. Anyway, Jolly Green Jack, just they're punching each other. Low impact monster rancher, but you know, a win is a win. Okay, so that's one round done, and pretty quickly, I might add. Oh, I almost fucked that up. Okay, let's take a look at bracket real quick. So, that's what we got after one round. We have a perfect bracket so far. Let's get into round number 2 with Astrid versus Wilfred. Tix, I don't know if there is a monster that doesn't squish with diving press. Is your cat's name in all caps as well? Like you have to yell it? Astrid and Wilfred, here we go. The hilarious holder. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a reference. It's an inside joke that I do not get. The best kind of inside joke. So, Astrid and Wilfred. Astrid won its first game, and Wilfred lost its first game, but, I mean, Wilfred got a little bit unlucky, if we're being honest. Astrid is going to have to land a lot of attacks, because it doesn't do a lot of damage with any single attack. Wilfred doesn't have a lot of life, but even then, he can withstand a couple of leaping kicks, a couple of punches, even a diving press. Astrid, on the other hand, 399 life is a little bit low. This is like a very, very offense-based monster. Very glass cannon-y. Yeah, it's Patch's monster. I couldn't remember who it was when I was on the screen earlier, but it's his. He's an underdog? I don't know if he's an underdog. I think he's a good ass monster, you know? Oh. The double punch. Missing the second one. Bite lands 107 damage. 63 on the second one. The diving press misses at 42. Wilfred has a huge guts lead. It's going to do amplified damage. Body blow. Very accurate tech that does no damage. Just kind of there. Both monsters can attack. Here comes an angry punch. 70 damage. Goes for a second one. 59%. Lands 2 in a row. Lands 3 in a row. Misses the third one. The scratch gets a KO. Wilfred wins game number 1. Cats and dogs. What are you going to do, you know? Mortal enemies. Bite misses. Hate to see it. If you're a fan of Wilfred, here comes another punch. Oh, misses it. Misses it. Gotta hype up punch because, you know, there's nothing happening. Nothing happening with a normal punch. Perforate's pretty solid. Does a lot of withering there. Another bite. This one lands 72. And a body blow. Doing a little bit of withering. A little bit of damage. Needs to be using that 1-2 though. If he wants to do actual damage, that's where it's going to come from. Leaping kick puts Wilfred in kind of a precarious position because this is going to KO. And no grit comeback. Not today. Not today, folks. So, game 3, here we go. Misses the scratch to start things off. Misses it again. 70 and 65. Diving press misses at 44. A lot of whiffs. No punishes. Oh, there's the 1-2 at 60%. 152 on the crit. Not too bad. Astrid has anger. It's going to build up a lot of guts here. Hits the leaping kick. 88 damage. Not a lot, but it's something. Another 1-2. Another crit. The double crit. And the diving press lands on a crit. It'll kill. But there's the grit. It's not dead yet. Camera never knows what to do on Tiger's grit. Body blow. So many crits back to back. It's not over yet. Wilfred's in the driver's seat right now. What's he going to do? Bite at 75 misses. Both monsters can attack again. Who's going to do it? Scratch at 66 misses. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Gets kicked right in the face. Astrid wins as time runs out. Okay. That's a close one. Sucks if you lost money on that, but you know, it's not real money. We're not doing real bets here. Next up, we got Dougie Hauser, MD, and Rabies. That was a whack game 3.
Sorry, I'm terrible with the details.
Okay. 50 seconds to get your bets in. Rabies with 400 power, Dougie with 400 intelligence. They have the same skill, but Rabies has a lot more speed. Dougie's going to have like 45-ish% chance to hit. Dougie's getting both the speed monsters out of the way. First thing. And then I think everyone else is a tank, right? Yeah. Only cats and dogs can enter from now on. I mean, that's kind of what this is, right? We've got 2 dogs, 3 if you count Baku. So 3 dogs. You got a kitty, a horse, man. A whale is like dog of the ocean. That's 6. And where are the other 2? Jolly Green Jack and I don't remember what the other one was. So we're kind of It's almost all dogs. It's a dog of the ocean. Oh, they start in slot 3. Yes, Dougie is fully grown. He is a big boy. Dust Cloud not going to do a lot of damage. There's a tiny bit of withering. Dougie is actually as bad-natured as he can be, but he starts off with plus 66 nature, so he's only bad. He's not worst. So he doesn't have as high of a chance to proc anger as some of the other bad-natured monsters do. This is the scratch. Oh, you ever see a Baku with ease? There you go. I don't know what that animation was. He, like, scratched his ass on the ground or something. Charge lands. A little bit of withering there. All these have a chance to proc anger, but none of them are. He doesn't actually have, like, an insane... It's like a 30-ish on average. Fight. Oh, we get a land. Dust Cloud hits -3 guts. He backs up into Blizzard range. He decides not to use Blizzard. Goes for Bite. Does a decent amount of damage. That one's going to do a little bit too. It's not going to be enough to win, though. Rabies is going to win game number 1. It's like a hippo trying to eat you. If a hippo wanted to eat you, if he was trying to eat you, he would eat you. You're not getting away from a hippo. Okay. Game 2. Charge lands. Clean 100 damage. 6 guts down. A hippo with rabies, exactly. Oh, the bite misses again. Blizzard at 47. Wow, so Dougie has missed like literally 90% of his attacks. He's landed 2 attacks this whole time. And that's the first attack he dodged. But he dodged 2 in a row, so I'll take it. You know, can't be too mad about that. This is the bite. These are 50-50s, right? Like, it's 50% chance. Ooh, that does a lot of damage and a lot of withering. Gets anger, which is actually going to make him easier to be hit, which could be bad. If Dougie decides to attack, he goes for paralyze at 73. That lands as well. -30 guts. Rabies, very close to 45. That was a really long anger. That was like the perfect anger. The perfect cast. Dust Cloud not going to do enough damage. Not nearly enough damage. Pushes him away. Dougie wins game number 2. The hippo with the watermelon? Yeah, that shit's scary. Just explodes it. Blizzard misses at 46%. Come on. Dougie has not landed one of those yet. That's 6 misses on Blizzard, I do believe. I mean, it's less than 50, so it's obviously not a guaranteed thing. Just unfortunate if you're a fan of Dougie like I am. 2 bites can do a shit ton of damage. 200 damage -18 guts. Bite can do a little bit, but Rabies has an insane guts lead right now. Dust Cloud doing a decent amount of withering, to be honest. There's the anger proc. First anger proc of the day. Goes for scratch, misses it. Bite misses as well. Rabies has dodged literally like 90% of the attacks thrown his way on 50-50s. Ooh, charge lands. Not enough to kill. Blizzard at 43. That misses as well. Rabies is going to win it. You know, sometimes you're unlucky and it happens. That's why you run speed. Because there's a chance you'll dodge everything. You'll never take any damage. Next up. Got Mask Horseman. Bow Mask Horseman. And yeah, this is right. And Giga Impact. Okay, let's get the prediction going. Yeah, prediction is live. I'm going to update the round robin while we're doing this. That's all done on Gucci. So 30 seconds left. Mask Horseman versus Giga Impact. Giga Impact does not do a lot of damage, but he does have power and the ability to do double damage if he gets low on life. He has much more skill than his opponent. So Mask Horseman is not going to have a great chance to hit, even though his opponent has 0 speed. We've only seen Mask Horseman against the monster with speed so far, but we'll see if he can make a difference this time. Cursed animation when he bites. Yeah, the Baku animation is really goofy. Okay, Rush Slash at 63% against an opponent with no speed. Smash at 75 lands, a little bit of damage there. I can't get over how small Giga Impact is. Little baby whale. Stab throw misses at 55. He kind of wants that. That's his ace in the hole in this matchup. His ability to do just an absolute shit ton of damage, uncontested. With that stab throw. 2 scratches in a row, 80 damage. Sorry, 101 damage, 80% chance to hit. Smash lands, then another 80. 107 for him. Giga Impact now has over 50 guts. His guts correction is going to start kicking in. He's going to take very little damage from everything. 59 damage minus 6 guts. He gets power. Mask Horseman is in a lot of trouble here. Giga Impact lands anything. It's a guaranteed kill. Headbutt at 96%. 254. 2 seconds left. He's got grit. Will he do anything in his last second? He's going to get belly attacked. Oh, it misses at 87, but it doesn't matter. Giga Impact wins game 1. Game 2. Rush Slash. So, pretty good opening from Mask Horseman. Smash going to bring Giga Impact below half. We haven't seen a knocking up yet. Knocking up doesn't do the most damage, but it does have a pretty good chance to crit. He has that hop back similar to Durhan. Yeah, the Centaur hops are really funny. Just little... I don't know why he does that. All 4 feet off the ground. Knocking up. There you go. Scrambled his eggs, you know. Another scratch at 96. Not enough to kill. Mask Horseman still hanging on by a thread. Smash misses at 80. Yikes. But he can keep attacking. Here comes a belly attack. That's going to KO. We see another grit. We don't this time. Giga Impact wins at 2-0. And our final match of round 2. We got Jolly Green Jack. You guys all losing money. Are you all betting wrong? Jolly Green Jack and Mochi. Back in the black? Ah, I guess you're not. 6.2k go to a lonely ghost and 8 others. It's a less lonely ghost now. You can buy friends with that. Okay, do you like Jolly or do you like Mochi? It's live. So no one's really running away with it yet. Astrid's the only monster so far with 2 wins. If Jack wins this, then he will tie, you know, with 2 wins and 0 losses. But we do have a lot more matches to go through. To get through, even. I don't know what a gut through is, but that's what I said. Okay, 10 seconds left. Get your bets in. Here we go. Slap. There's a slap. Diving press. He's sitting on it. He wants to do it. He wants the diving press. It lands. How much damage are we looking at? 400. 1-hit KO. Jolly Green Jack wins game 1. Oh, you lost the previous 3? Roll Assault. A little bit of damage there. Jolly Green Jack has enough guts to attack with whatever he wants. Diving Press does have the ability to do damage to himself on a miss, but it's random how much damage it does. It could do 1 damage, it could do like 250, I don't know. It can do a lot. Diving Press could take the damage record. Yes, technically. If his opponent lets him get up to like 99 guts and it crits, maybe. Uppercut. 298 damage, a big ass uppercut. Mochi. All of that progress he had made. It's all for naught. Here comes another uppercut at 69. That's going to land as well. 277 damage. Jolly Green Jack with an incredibly quick 2-0. And that's that. So, Jolly Green Jack also at 2-0. So we do technically have a couple of front runners right now, but like I said, that can change very quickly. We are only 2 rounds into it. But Astrid and Jolly Green Jack are tied for first. Everyone else is tied for third, and then Wilfred and Mochi are tied for 7th at the bottom. Okay, round 3. Astrid and Giga Impact. I think it's the best golem for C rank. I think it's, yeah, it's pretty solid. No, it's not Giga Impact, Rabies. I don't know my own order. Okay, Astrid and Rabies prediction is live. Make your bets. Tell me who you like. Who do you like? 1 and 6. Not an effective way to knock people out. That's true. They are not. Slap in that matchup isn't terrible because it does a little bit of withering, and Golem obviously hates being withered. But Golem is a much better monster, just in general. Like, he's living in the year 2700, the distant future. The year 2700, just like that Flight of the Conchord song. That's what they sing, right? Same build as Wilfred on Rabies. Yeah, it's the exact same. There's a couple that are similar. Astrid and Dougie are actually the exact same as well, except Astrid has 1 less point in life, which allows it to get both 1 more point in intelligence and 1 more point in power, which may seem like the mathematical better version, you know? Like, it might seem better, but 399 life versus 499 life in this rank, especially in this bracket, this group of monsters, can be a very big difference, especially when you got stuff like Jolly Green Jack walking around. Diving Press lands at 39%. Rabies still in it, though. It's not out yet. Here comes Bite, 77%. A little bit of damage. Astrid gets crit there. Ooh, charge hits as well. Astrid's almost at 45 guts. She can attack. And it hits again at 39. Rabies gets flattened on 2 39% moves. Yeah, I think Stardust has played casually more than, like, most people. I really only play when I'm, like, raising something for a tournament, so I'm not very far on my file. I was at, like, the year, like, 1600 or something at one point, but I don't think I ever got to 2000. Diving Press misses. Just chilling. Just vibing. Why fight? Another bite. 135. So many crits here. Holy. Proc's Anger, though. Gets bit again. It's not enough to kill. Astrid is still in this. Perforate would have been insanely good there. Probably would have withered all his guts away. What the fuck? What was he looking at? He was looking in the wrong direction. 2 bites at 81. Rabies is going to take game number 2. Rabies is drunk, man. Okay, game 3. Not out of it yet. Diving press missing again. Ooh, there's the charge. Might break the streak? I think he can. Like I said, none of these monsters are bad. This is a complete toss-up on who is going to win. Who's going to make top 4 even. Punch lands, 69 damage. You'll love to see it. 35, just tiny little baby punches. Ooh, misses the bite at 80%. Stone miss. Hits at 76 there. Astrid goes for the perforate, which would have been amazing if it landed. Would have done about 20 to 25 withering. Would have kept Rabies in check. Just like a shot. But instead he gets the charge. Procs Anger only to finish up Astrid. Rabies ends it. Next up, we got Dougie, and we got Giga Impact. This is going to be an interesting one. So Giga Impact, I believe... Oh my god. I pressed down like 4 times, and it only registered it once. Giga Impact has, I believe, the slowest guts rate of any monster in the entire league, tied with Macaquino at 18.
I'm sorry, I'm terrible with the details.
Knew that was coming. But, so there's very few monsters with an 18 guts rate. And so what that means is that Dougie is going to be inherently even more inaccurate than he already is, even though his opponent has no speed. Using that guts correction to his advantage. It's just that if Giga Impact gets withered, it's over.
I'm sorry, I'm terrible with the details.
That's such a good voice line. I wish I should bring that voice line into Logic so I can edit it. Because what I did before I got it ready was I just kind of threw it. Oh, and Glassworks is 18 too. Correct. Thank you. Jape as well. Yeah, so it's the apes. Mostly the apes. There's 3 apes, yeah. And then the Phoenix and Giga Impact. So we have a decent amount of slow guts monsters in the league. I say decent, but it's like less than 1%. Or not 1%, less than 10%. But yeah, I should bring the file over so I can like actually do some like correction to that sound file so I can get rid of like the audio sting, the musical sting in the background, because right now it just sounds like a happening, and every time you turn it on, that sound, like, you don't realize it's part of music. It sounds...
I'm terrible with the details.
It's just like a single sustained tuba note. Anyway. Dougie and Giga Impact. 67% on Blizzard. Misses. Giga Impact has enough guts to attack, because he is not attacked yet. That's how that happens. Headbutt at 97. Goes for it. It's going to be a decent amount of damage. 129, no withering. No chance to proc Anger on Dougie, which is very good for him. Minus 10 guts there. Giga Impact having power is great, because his attacks are very, very cheap, and he's always going to be able to attack for the most part. But if he gets withered really hard, he may be in trouble. Paralyzed lands. Ooh, minus 33 guts. So Dougie is going to get up to 45 long before his opponent will. So he's going to get to attack first. It just depends on what he's going to do with it. Blizzard at 70, kind of spooky. Decides not to go for it. Goes for Bite, which does a decent amount of damage. 2 in a row, second one misses. Giga Impact has a chance to do something here. Goes for the Scratch. That's going to do a significant amount. Won't be enough to kill. Dougie can do something. Scratch. And one more, just to run down the clock. Procs power at the last second, but Dougie wins game 1. Look at how big the tiger is compared to Zilla. Like, we all know how big Zilla is when he's like fully grown, right? Did he get 69? I didn't check. That's pretty nice. Oh, there's the Anger. Uh-oh. Giga Impact has to watch out for this. 99 guts. Hits the Scratch. Dougie needs to do something. Paralyze. Oh, misses at 71%. Okay, so Dougie's still behind. Losing a lot of guts. Giga Impact at 73 guts. Going to do so much damage with his attacks here. He's going to attack multiple times in a row. Misses that one at 90. Another paralyzed at 71. That one hits. Ooh, minus 38 guts. Giga Impact in a little bit of trouble. He will be able to attack again unless he gets withered again, and he does. So that's it. Giga Impact will not be able to attack again. He cannot build up 45 guts fast enough with 7 seconds left on the clock. Dougie is going to win that one. And a bite just to be kind of a little jerk at the end. Dougie wins it. Stills really like belly attack. I like belly attack. You know how much self-confidence you have to flex on somebody by just smashing them with your stomach? Just a little gut attack. That's like peak self-confidence. Don't tase me, bro. He was tasing. He thought it was a gun. It's the opposite of what the police think. Oh no, does that make Dougie a K9? Do we have to put him down? You hate to see it. Mask Horseman and Jolly. Get your predictions in. Both these monsters have nearly instant win techs. I love how Jolly Green Jack has 420 skill. There's no reason for him to have exactly that. Gives him no advantage, but, you know, it's the funny weed number, so I get a kick out of that. Okay, so Rabies, Astrid, Dougie, all currently at 2-1, tied for first place. Jolly Green Jack has the chance to move into first place with the win here. Masked Horseman will tie Astrid, Dougie, Jolly Green Jack, and Rabies if he wins. And again, with only 3 rounds in, it doesn't mean a whole lot, but obviously, you know, you want to stake your claim early if you can. On a plant sub, you already know. You already know. Stab throw misses at 58%. Stab throw has such a low chance to hit. Ooh, uppercut. I'm so scared for my my Dougie's fight with Mask Horseman because it's gonna have way higher than 58 or whatever percent because of the guts correction. Oh, that lands. Picks him up, lightly puts him down. That's 300 damage. Punch. Decent damage from the punch, 123. Uppercut, super overkill here. Only needs to do 53 damage. Does not need to go for the big fucking swing. The haymaker gets hit with another stab throw. 360. Mask Horseman wins game number 1. Really throws himself into the uppercut. It's a little bit telegraphed. Tiny bit telegraphed. Kick. Kick misses. Just give him the gas pedal, but it misses. Rear leg kick misses as well. This is a no kick zone. It is a stab zone. 281 and the little clop at the end. Oh, he's got real anger. We saw a million real powers, and now we got real anger. Real anger on the diving press. Oh my god, 474 damage. Horseman's up, but he lost a lot of guts, and now real is over. Look at how slow his guts regen is. You know how much it sucks having guts regen slower than Golem? That punch is going to do 236 damage. Real anger grit. We saw that may be the quickest. I've seen 3 battle specials in a row. Game 3. They're making it quick ones. Smash. Can do a little bit of damage. Nice little chip. Just a kick. Got kicked right in the front of the horse. Yeah, hate to see it. Rear leg kick. Ooh. Lifted by his balls up into the air. You know how strong he has to be? And the stab. There's the grit. It's not over yet. Jolly Green Jack has an insane guts lead. He's going to do so much damage. Uppercut at 72. Guaranteed kill. Mark my words. 348 damage. We got another grit. It's not over yet. The front of the horse is the most susceptible to damage. That's exactly right. And another uppercut just to put an exclamation mark on it. Jolly Green Jack wins that one. 2-1. And is currently in first place in the tournament. As of now, he is the mon to beat. Yeah, that was a good grit. Good grit. That's what Charlie Brown says. Yeah, we've seen a lot of grits already. Wilfred and Mochi. Okay, prediction is live. Make your bets. Who do you like? Do you like Wilfred? Do you like Puppy? Do you like Mochi? Again, like I said off the top, I think all these monsters will advance out of rank C. It's just a matter of time. But whoever does actually win this, if somebody wins this tournament with authority, then they are a true champion. I think if I had to say, I think the best two monsters in this are probably Jolly Green Jack and Rabies. Rabies is just held back by having 1 intelligence at tech in slot 3. That sucks really, really badly. But we'll see how the rest of this round robin turns out. Goes for the scratch. Slap misses. Body blow doing a crit, doing 73 on a crit. That move is buffed too. That's the funny part. It serves its purpose, which is chip damage against fast monsters, and it's useless in like every other situation. Bites. Multiple bites. Mochi's in a little bit of trouble here. 1-2 would be really big. Goes for the headbutt. It's going to do a decent amount. Wilfred does not have a ton of life. She can't afford to take a bunch of hits. Another body blow. Well, he needs to do 60 more damage. She can attack with anything. Goes for it again. Doesn't kill. He's got 2 life left. Mochi's got anger. And he gets hit a 3rd time. Wilfred takes game 1. Nernib. Is that how I pronounce that? Nernib is now following. Thank you. Appreciate the follow. Body blow doing work. Yeah, it's not going to do very well against monsters with 449 life, but it serves a specific niche. I got it right? Hell yeah. That is an excited answer. Fuck yes, I got it right. Body blow. He's also getting a lot of use out of it because his opponent has no moves in slot 3. Roll Assault, almost tying that back up. 1 hit. 54%, this could be pretty bad if it lands. That's exactly what it does. 105 damage. Wilfred's still in it, and he's got a pretty big guts lead, and he has power. Uh-oh, he can do something here. Body blow, 121 damage. He just needs to attack again. Mochi gets Fury. Wilfred is winning. Who's going to attack next? Here comes a bite. 123 damage on the bite. He gets Grit, but it doesn't matter. Wilfred wins. Wilfred wins. So, that's 3 rounds down. These have been very quick. Big ol' slugfests, back and forth. Wilfred has some pointy ears. Yeah, it's really funny how they tried to make the horns on... what's his name? What's the... It's like Hound... Hairhound, that's what it is. They tried to make his horns into ears, and, you know, it looks really weird. Body blow doing that much is very funny. It's like when we saw the crit power... No, the power anti-real meow yesterday that did 120 damage. Just call it Leon. It's Leon. Okay, but yeah, after 3 rounds, we got Jolly Green Jack in first, and then Astrid, Dougie, AstraZeneca, Dougie, Rabies, all tied for second place. A little bit of inoculation humor for you folks. And then Masked Horseman and Wilfred behind them, and Mochi the only monster right now without a win, but that could change very quickly. How much hair gel do you think he uses? Bro, that's an entire bottle of Manic. what's it? Dippity Doo? Manic Panic. It might be Manic Panic too because it does not look like ears. Looks like he dyed 2 spikes of hair red. Wish they kept Tiger Hair as Rover. It's called Rover in hard mode. The name was reverted. A lot of the names in Monster Rancher 2 were reverted to their Monster Rancher 1 names. For better or for worse. I like a lot of the Monster Rancher 2 names, but some of them are kind of goofy. I'm actually, you know, I'm in the minority with this, but I really like that all of the galley names are just blank mask. I think it's like a really funny thing that they just went with, where they're like, you know, we're not coming up with names for anything. We got Furred Mask, we got Aqua Mask, we got Suezo Mask, got Purple Mask. Got Brown Mask, Scaled Mask. They've all been reverted to their Monster Rancher 1 names. I think they all were. I don't know if that's the case exactly, but I know Suezo Mask or Eye Mask, I forget what it's called, but that's Omen again, because that was the old one. Like most of the Zooms are blank Saurian, yeah. It's like the Rescuers, exactly. They're all Lucha. Funniest name you remember? Pink Eye's pretty funny. It's not Tiger Mask, it's Fanged Mask. Come on, Freya. Come on, Freya, what are you doing? What are you even doing here? Don't know the name of one specific monster. Pink Eye's a good name. Ooh, punch lands. Oh, Tiger Mask is a wrestler. Yeah. I'm a little slow. I got it. I got it once you explained it. That's how you know I'm a smart man. Goes for another punch. Man, Giga Impact is just taking these hits. -4 guts. What's he gonna do? He's just building up his guts. He's not gonna take any damage from anything. Headbutt at 96. 120 damage. Big bonks. One more. Does he have 3 in the tank? Nah, just 2. But he's got a pretty big lead right now. Here comes a scratch at 77. That's an absolute KO. 120 on the crit. Alice controlling him through Brain Link. He's doing the thing he's supposed to do. This is the thing. I don't think rolling press is a bad move in rank C, but I absolutely understand why someone would not go for it, you know? I didn't go for it when I built Baroness. I got Headbutt and Pale Lashes. And I was actually torn on getting rolling press at all, and then it ended up doing very well for it in the long run, but with these 2 only moves in the first 2 slots, Giga Impact has a better chance to build up guts. And because he doesn't have anger, building up guts is pretty solid. But he's getting withered so hard. Yo, is he ever going to get a chance to attack? What is this? Baroness, Androgynous King. Baroness was definitely gender fluid. You just whatever. I said he sometimes, I said she. It's just, you know, it is what it is. Baroness is a perfect name for that monster. I may be a little biased because it was mine, but I don't think we'll ever see another monster, another Pinkzilla with a better name than that. Just punches over and over again. Giga Impact could not attack. He had a chance at the end. He squandered it, though. So we got a game 3. This is one of the longest sets we've seen so far. Both matches going to time. Headbutt landing at 91, doing a little bit of damage there. Have to do this moveset for what you plan for B. Yeah, so we were discussing that. We assume it's you're getting diving press and wave riding. Ooh, leaping kick lands. Big punches. Diving press misses. I'm excited to see the Guji once you can get Tidal Wave, because I assume you're getting Tidal Wave. I think it'd be kind of dumb to not get it. 99 Guts, Pure Zilla is scary stuff. Yes, it is. Ooh, knocking up. You're not really gonna survive a fight with the Zilla if you let him get to 99 Guts, and Astrid found out the hard way. 2-1 for your boy Giga Impact. Relentless punches to the dick. Bro, he obviously doesn't care. He's into that shit. It's like, this only makes me stronger. Next up, we got Dougie. If Shifu makes it, I don't think he'll have much of an issue. There's quite a few kind of goofy monsters in B. Bubbles and Tidal Wave, yeah. Solid build. Okay. I just realized I wrote Giga Worm. I was thinking of, I noticed that Matt Moore said that earlier, and I couldn't figure out why he said it. I didn't realize I typoed it. I was talking about Worm Mask when I said it. I wrote Giga Worm. Jolly G Jack. Okay, make your bets. We've seen what both these monsters can do. Dougie is going to do an insane amount of withering. Jolly Green Jack can get the one-hit kill. Bubbles is such a fun move. I love attacks like that. Like, they're not present in the game anywhere in single player, so you don't see them often. And it's got a unique animation. It doesn't share the sprites with anything else. The G stands for get money. That's true. That's canon. Have to bet against the fellow Tiger. I think Jolly Green Jack has a pretty good matchup spread here. The only issue is going to be if Dougie lands that Paralyze. Dougie lands the Paralyze, it may be over. Jolly Green Jack has Anger, which is not terrible, but Dougie's biggest issue is the low skill. So proccing Anger is actually kind of what Dougie wants, because he's still going to outspeed Jolly Green Jack, guts-wise, but he will also have a very good chance to hit. Blizzard starts things off, misses at 70%. Jolly Green Jack has a chance to do a lot of damage here. Diving Press lands it at 68. 646, but there's the grit. It's not over yet, but Jolly Green Jack only has to land one more attack, and Dougie has 2 power attacks that don't do a lot of damage. So he's got to play this perfectly if he wants to win, and I don't think that's going to happen, because that's not how AI rolls. 56 damage, kick at 72, misses, still in it. Paralyze could be pretty big. He goes for the Paralyze. It lands. That's going to be a lot of guts down, minus 34. Goes for another Paralyze at 74. That lands again. Again, not a lot of damage. He still needs to do the knockout. But Jolly Green Jack, not really able to attack. Crit Blizzard with Hurry. Blizzard with Hurry has a 100% chance to crit. Dougie gets a scratch at the end. Ended up being closer than we thought it would be. But it wasn't enough. Actually has over 100. Has a 120% chance to crit. So I wonder if it rolls over. I assume there wouldn't be a rollover until like 255%. But it's possible. You only get a Giga Worm if you fill up all the Hall of Fame slots with Pure Worms, fuse them all, feed the offspring with one of each food. Into a Giga Worm. Damn. Your aunt works at Sony. Well, that's irrefutable. Diving Press lands again. 438 damage, not enough to kill. Goes for the Paralyze right off the hop. Misses at 73. Unfortunate for Dougie. It's looking like a rip here. Gets kicked right in the nose. Saying bad dog. He grits though. The double grit. It's not over yet, but Dougie needs to land a Blizzard. He has not landed one. Oh, there's one. 167. Procs Anger, so Jolly Green Jack can attack. Goes for a Diving Press. It lands again. 3 Diving Presses have connected in this match. My boy can't get any luck. Jolly Green Jack wins that one 2-0. Okay, 3 and 7 up next. Ask Horseman. Yeah, it did 500 times more damage than he needed to there. A little bit crazy. What's really funny, though, is if he would have missed, he would have probably self-damaged himself into losing. So that was risky for no reason. Yeah, that was a good match. It's really close. 2-0, but close, though, you know? That's what they say. Okay, so Giga Impact goes to 2-2. And Jolly Green Jack goes to 4-0. He's doing good. Doing what golems do. Masked Horseman and Wilfred, both 1-2 at the moment. Obviously, one of them has to go ahead. One of them wants to be... They both want to be 2-2, you know? Nobody wants to be 1-2. Got pretty even betting on both sides here. Okay, 10 seconds left. I'm going to start her up. Rush Slash at 44%. Ooh, lands it. Is that a one-hit KO? Not quite. Not even close. It would have killed on a crit, though, so that's kind of nuts. Bite lands a little bit of damage there. Wilfred just outside of power range. If I was Wilfred, I would want to get hit by a rear leg kick and nothing else. Rear leg kick would have a chance to proc power. Everything else is going to kill. Smash may not kill with a guts deficit, but at 65, you know, I think it's going to. That bite misses. We finally see a miss there. Rush Slash is a pretty good tech. I think it is underrated. People don't spend enough time thinking about burst damage they can do in slot 4 with cheaper attacks. They think of the one-hit kill potential. Rush Slash doesn't really have that one-hit kill potential, but it does do a significant amount of damage, and it does it for only 18 guts. It's just inaccurate, so, you know, pick your poison. You swing and you miss, and it's not a big deal. Or you hit, and, you know, you do over 2/3 of your opponent's life. Almost 2/3 of your opponent's life. Smash lands, not enough to kill. Does it proc power? It does not. Wilfred is going to have to win this without power. Misses body blow at 94%. Really bad way to start off that victory, you know. Really kick at 62. Misses. Wilfred up to 80 guts. What's he going to do with it? Bite. Decent amount of damage. 2 bites. Second one misses. Pushes him into 1-2 range, which could be good, but he decides to do nothing. He's getting kicked in the face. A lot of horses getting kicked in the face today. Sorry, a lot of dogs getting kicked in the face. 2-0. Pretty quick. He did need to use 1-2. And our final match of round 4. This is flying by. Not much went his way. No, that was pretty unlucky, just in general. We got Rabies and we got Mochi. Okay, prediction is live. Make your bets. You need to call a doctor? Maybe. I think he's okay. I think he's okay, folks. Masked Horseman goes to 2-2. So he tied right now with Giga Impact and Dougie and Astrid. Wilfred falls behind a little bit. So yeah, very close. Jolly Green Jack kind of running away with this. If Rabies loses this one, he will also be 2-2. Mochi looking for its first win. A vet. Animal Doctor, I guess. 20 seconds left. Get your bets in. Ba, ba, ba. 8 seconds left. Okay. Roll Assault. 52% misses. Rabies has the most speed of any monster. He has the same stat spread as Wilfred, but the guts correction he has far outweighs what his counterpart has. So he is the hardest monster to hit. Roll Assault 55 lands, knocks him on his ass, makes him do a full backflip. That's how you know it hurt. He goes for it again. So that worked once. It'll work a second time. 90 damage this time, minus 12 guts. Rabies gets anger. Has a massive guts lead. 2 bites is going to do an insane amount. A lot of withering too. That's 27 guts. And just as he lands it, anger runs out. Perfect timing. Bite at 79. Ooh, Mochi's losing now. Mochi gets anger. Both monsters can attack. Bite at 95. It's going to land. It's going to be enough to KO. Unfortunate time to get anger. Didn't matter too much. But because both monsters could attack, it just made him a little bit easier to hit. Headbutt at 54. Oh, 89. Big crit. I think his bite chain is pretty strong. I agree. I actually think it's really good. I haven't raised a Baku for tournament ever, but if I did, I would definitely go with the bite line. Brr. It's gross. He's got no teeth. I don't want him to have teeth, but like, it's gross. That you're damned if you do, and damned if you don't with Baku. Like, if he had like gross human teeth, obviously that's terrible. Baku in like Monster Hunter 4 is really terrifying because it's got teeth, but he's just got gums in this one, and that looks also very spooky. Mouth stretches like a Muppet? Yeah, exactly. It's just a puppet. He's just mop, mop. Mop, mop. Roll Assault lands. Mochi is going to bring it to a game 3. It's like Donkey Kong, the retract. Oh, he's got retractable teeth. Okay. That's the best scenario. The best case scenario of all 3. Thrust. A little poke in the face. He's like, I didn't like that at all. I'm just going to build up an insane amount of guts. Bite at 80. Goes for it. And misses. Unfortunate if you're a Rabies fan. Dust Cloud. A useless tech. A little bit of damage. A tiny bit of withering. Give him 2 big shark teeth in the back of his lower jaw just for crushing stuff. Just like full herbivore shit, you know. The triple Dust Cloud. Not doing him any favors. Misses the thrust at 70. Headbutt at 56. That misses as well. Roll Assault at 52. Ah. Mochi missing a lot of attacks in a row. Goes for it. 3 seconds left on the clock. If it lands, that'll win it. He can attack one more time. Here comes the Dust Cloud to run down the clock. Is it enough? That was a big crit. I don't think it's enough. Mochi's going to win by a pretty significant margin. Yeah, 66 to 59. Mochi wins. Which means that Jolly Green Jack is kind of running away with this. Let's take a look. So with that, we have Jolly Green Jack at 4-0. And kind of like we saw yesterday, we have currently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way tie for second place. Unfortunate if you're a Rabies fan. If you're a fan of Rabies, you know. I don't know who is. I like Rabies the monster. I guess you could say the Rabies turns us all into monsters when we get it. Rabies is one of those things that it's like every child's understanding of rabies is like a cartoon version of it. They're like, oh no, it just makes them feral. Oh no, my doggy's got rabies. And then he just like becomes a werewolf type shit. Want to raise a Baku for tournament? Someone run tournament? Yeah. One of these days I'll run a tournament. I don't know anything about that. Astrid and Jolly B. Jack. He's a big fan. Big fan of those fast food spaghetti. Shout out to my man Rabies Lucivirus. Yeah, exactly. All me homies love rabies. But it's like quicksand, right? Like, I forget which comedian has that bit that's like, quicksand is like a thing that you grow up as a kid being terrified of. You're just like, this is a big problem that I'm going to have to deal with in my day-to-day life, and I'm going to have to watch out. I'm going to have to be on the lookout. Quicksand is in like every fucking cartoon, and it's terrifying. Just slowly dying. Man. Nothing you can do about it. Like the Swamp of Despair and fucking Neverending Story. I've never actually seen Neverending Story, but I've seen that scene because I'm a masochist. It's very sad. Diving press, 63%. A lot of damage there. Quicksand in Sonic. What Quicksand was in Sonic? Oh, decent damage there. But yeah, I think that was a big part of it, right? Is that Quicksand was like a very easy mechanic to like program into video games. To like be an obstacle without having to like actually do anything else, right? Like it was in Mario 2. It was in Adventure Island 3, a lot of stuff. Astrid gets a KO. Sandopoulos Zone. To be fair, I'm not actually a huge fan of the Sonic games. I'm not like a big expert on them. I haven't actually played Sonic and Knuckles. My main experiences with Sonic are 2. 1, 2, I would say 1 a little bit, but mostly 2 and Sonic CD. It's more so an antline. Yeah, I know, but it's the same thing, right? May have to unfollow. Dude, the only good Sonic game is Sonic Spinball. Sonic Spinball. Where's your antlion monster? It's in Monster Rancher 4 now. And nobody uses them. Punch. Oh, big angry kick to the face. Sonic R did nothing wrong. Actually, you know what? That's not true. I played a lot of Sonic games. Oh, Astrid gets another KO. Clean 2-0 for the kitty cat. I've played Sonic Riders. That game fucking blows. I played Sonic Heroes. That game fucking blows. I played a little bit of Sonic Adventure 1, but I played it as an adult, so I have no nostalgia to it, and I can safely say that game fucking blows. Why do people like Sonic Adventure? What the hell? It's a fine game, just some mediocre controls. I don't know which Sonic you're referring to, but it refers to all of them. 1 and 4. Oh no, not 1 and 4, 2 and 3. You love Sonic Adventure 1 and 2? See, the thing is that it's a game that people like love, right? And I think a lot of it has to do with nostalgia, but that doesn't mean it's an incorrect opinion, right? Like, we're playing fucking Monster Rancher 2. This game has a lot of flaws, but we all love it. So, I'm not... How do I say this? I'm never going to judge anybody for liking a game that I think sucks. I think it's a really shitty thing to do, and, you know, it's whatever. People like what they like. It is what it is. Also, a thing that I think is really weird is that people find a way to internalize this, like whatever the hive mind says about a video game. And that's not to say, like, I'm not trying to be like fucking 13-year-old Heath Ledger Joker person here, but what I mean is that people will say something like, I love this game, but it's not good. Or like, it's not the best game in the series, but it's my favorite. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not the best game, but it's your favorite. Like, if it wasn't the best game, then it wouldn't be your favorite. Like, something can be like more competently made, and if you're going just on the merits of like a competent game, then maybe fine. But like, if the other one's your favorite, it probably has a better story or better art direction, or the controls are better, or the gameplay is more fun. There's got to be something that sets it apart. And so, like, I don't understand that. Don't ever let me catch you say, you know, I like this game, but it's not the best in the series. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Give yourself some credit. You know what you're talking about. Scratchlands. How dare you dislike my favorite game? Uh-oh. Oh, we're in Twitlonger territory now. Rear leg kick can do a little bit of damage. Bring Masked Horseman back in line with this. And the Rush Slash can do a lot of damage too. Like Monster Rancher 2, but it's not the best game in the series. I mean, you're objectively wrong, but, you know, you're entitled to that. People are allowed to be wrong sometimes. like Monster Rancher 4, but it's total shit. It's one thing to like a game. You can like a game that sucks ass. But saying it's your favorite game in the series and that there are better games in the series than it is just baffling to me. It doesn't. That's a statement that does not mean a thing. Blizzard at 74 to win it. Lands 207 damage on the crit. Blizzard is an interesting move because I don't actually think it's that powerful. I think it is a very well-balanced move. But I don't think it's as powerful as people seem to think. It's like, oh, 60% chance to crit, that's broken. It's like, okay, but it doesn't actually do any fucking damage. Like, it's only got, like, what, 24 force? Or something like that? So for 32 guts, it's actually kind of expensive if you don't get the crit. It's just a very good value if you do get the crit. And you're going to get the crit more often than not, so, you know. We can all agree that Sonic 06 is great. Sonic 06 is very entertaining. I've never actually played it, though. I enjoyed watching people play it, though. I was watching Lexi play it, and that shit looked miserable, but not miserable for me, you know? Paralyzed at 72. Ooh, it's going to do a lot of withering. Has a chance to proc anger, but it doesn't. Dougie's going to get a chance to attack first. Sonic 06 speedruns, yes, the speedruns of it are great because it is so busted. Things just do not make sense in that game. Both monsters can attack. Who's going to attack first? Bite, 74. Not enough to kill. Stab throw. Lands the stab throw. Even if he gets grit, that is a dead dog. We got a game 3, folks. Silver speedrun. Is that where you can, like, stand on the box and then the box like explodes and sends them in a direction? Limited dev time and small dev time? I assume you meant team for the second word, but yeah. Blizzard at 74 lands, 206 damage, a little bit of withering there. Yes, and you can make his hover go indefinitely. Oh, that's right, he has like the infinite hover glitch, that's true. Physics-based exploits are so fun. Ooh. Only a little bit of damage, decent amount of withering to keep Mask Horseman in check, but there comes the anger. Angry smash, angry rear leg kick, not really worth worrying about. Angry rush slash can be pretty big though. And it is. There's the KO. Mask Horseman wins that one. 2-1. Mask Horseman is one of the monsters I was most worried about going into this. I think it's one of the worst matchups for Dougie. But he did pretty good, so I'm happy about it. Next up, we got Giga Impact, not Giga Worm. And we got Mochi. I've watched The Room a bunch of times. I watched it with my roommates in college for the first time. And then after that, I've watched it with friends and stuff. And like, it's a fun experience, but I don't really understand the appeal. Like, I don't think it's so incompetent that it's like legitimately funny. I think it's just, it's incompetent enough that like a lot of like movie going people will be like, whoa, this is fucked. Like, I enjoy this. And especially if your friends and stuff don't watch B movies and things like that, it can be great. But like, there's so much other stuff out there. Not to be a hipster about it, because I'm definitely not like a fucking cinemaphile or whatever you call it. Cinemaphile sounds like a word that Homer Simpson would make up. Hand me that damn saxophone, you cinemaphile. Okay, 20 seconds left. Get your bets in. What if they watch B movie? You like jazz? You're a third-rate rancher with a fourth-rate monster, Genki. My grandfather's freezer has no pathetic monsters. Holly. Holly said that to him? Holy fuck. That'd be a whole different anime. This monster is useless. This monster is useless. Suezo starts crying. Watch B movie with your mom. She liked it. I haven't actually watched. I think I've watched like the first 20 minutes of it. Throws the Phoenix disc off the yacht. Oh no. Oh no. Moo's gonna win. Another headbutt, Giga Impact. Giga Impact wins game 1. Just multiple headbutts. Game 2. Baby fight. Little babies. It's a big mochi, though, compared to him. The slap misses. Little slap. Gets with the scratches. Fuck you. 119 damage. Big damage. So the roll assault, 75%, and it misses. The whale gets out of the way. To be fair, if you saw someone doing that, if you saw a mochi winding up like that and you didn't get out of the way, like, that's your own fault at that point. Like, you deserve to get hit. Penguin versus whale, territorial dispute. It's true, they do often fight for territorial superiority. It's true, I saw it on History Channel. It's right after Ancient Aliens. Knocking up at 88%, that's going to do a lot of damage on a crit. Doesn't even need the crit, 169 damage. Giga Impact is going to win 2-1. Timeouts, but, you know, it's a win. Toddlers slap each other until it's nap time. Man, I remember being in daycare and just hating the concept of nap time because I was like 1 or 2 years older than most of the other kids. It's just my mom had me in daycare because, you know, both her and my dad worked late, so I had to go there after school, and then they would come pick me up when they were done work. And I was just like, no, nap time's stupid. I'm an old kid. I was like, fuck it, I don't know. I want to say 7. And everyone else was like 4 or 5. There was like 1 or 2 kids who were 7, but like not many of us were. And I was like, I'm older. I'm old enough. I don't need a nap time. And I hated it. Ironically, being a huge fucking baby that probably needed a nap. Rabies and Wilfred. So apologies to my daycare takers if they were they're watching this stream. Linda, I'm sorry, Linda. And the other Linda. There was 2 Lindas. I called them Big Linda and Little Linda. Fake penguin is Mochi Tiger. Mochi is true penguin. Yeah, that's true. It's canon. 35 seconds. Get your votes in. Who do you like? Who do you want to see win? Linda actually sounds like someone who would handle the daycare, yeah. She was nice. She's a nice lady. My town was really small, so like I actually knew her family and stuff like that. Everybody hates nap time until you're after middle school? Man, I would, yeah. To be fair, if I was still in daycare and I was still being forced to take a nap when I was like 16 years old, I'd have problems with that too. Dog eat dog. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of that with the bites. Look at this, dog literally eating another dog. Big chunky damage, 113 damage. Not proc power though. Rabies. Has ease. I love that animation. It's like he's waking up. It's like he forgot what was happening. What a flex. A lot of damage for Dust Cloud. It has the potential to do like a decent amount. It just never does. Wilfred gets power. Uh-oh. Gotta watch out. Mr. Brimley's got it. Nothing? He's got nothing. Nah, he's got nothing. Bite. Multiple bites. Big crit. Not enough. Bigger dog wins, just like in real life. Nothing you can do about it. Nap time is great when it's your choice. Yeah, when you're not... When it's consensual nap time, you know? It's fantastic. Scratch misses at 42%. So these are the only 2 monsters with speed, and they are fighting each other. Ease always has funny animations if the monsters don't innately have it, yeah. All the ones that do like a spin in place. Everyone else, it like pulls from some table that like it's not meant to be pulled from. So they're just kind of goofy. You were bullied by the other 2 kids and you also remember kissing one of them? Maybe that's why you were bullied. They're like, this person sucks at kissing. Let's make fun of him. Twisted your femur in half? Fuck. I was playing under a table with another kid once, and I stood up too quickly and hit the back of my head on the corner of the table, and it just was gushing blood. My mom thought I was dying. Like, she was freaking out. She was crying, and, like, it hurt. But I was, like, okay. It's just the thing is that head injuries will bleed forever. Like, they bleed for a very long time. And she didn't know. That was the first time I'd ever got a cut on my head like that. And she was, like, legit afraid I was going to die. And she was so stressed out and nervous. We almost got in an accident on the way to the hospital. And I was like, my head hurts. My head hurts, Mom. She's like, I know. And then the doctor put a Band-Aid on it. And he was like, yeah, it doesn't need stitches. It just bleeds a lot. And she felt very dumb. But she is a loving, kind woman. So, you know, I'll tease her about it. But I would have done the same for my kid. Oh, the bite. We got a game 3, folks. Body blow doing a little bit of damage. Preschool, you remember fighting with another kid over this Hot Wheels truck. The kid threw it at me, hit me right in the face. Damn. I'm so happy with that animation, man. It looks so good. Another 2 bites and misses, though. Wilfred's got a shot here. Does foolery, of all things. Here comes another bite at 50. Lands. It's enough to kill. No grit. Rabies. Wins that one 2-1. Finger stuck in a bottle. Had to go to the hospital to cut the bottle off. Damn. I think the stupidest reason I ever went to the hospital for it. So I got in a lot of fights and shit as a kid, so like, you know, I've had a lot of like cuts and scrapes and things like that. The dumbest thing I've ever gone to the hospital for was I was in class and I was picking something out of my teeth. I was like, I want to say grade 5. Grade 4, grade 5. I was either 9 or 10 years old. I was picking something out of my teeth with a ruler. And the teacher walked by and accidentally bumped into it, and it jammed the ruler into the back of my throat and cut the back of my throat open. You can't put a Band-Aid on that shit. That fucking hurt. Anyway, let's take a look at our standings so I can stop thinking about that and how much that hurt. Now we learn backwards is superior.
Blanco, Nino.
Yeah, exactly.
But your ass got sacked.
I can measure how deep the cut was exactly. You know, I did half the work for the doctor. Cut open his brow 3 times from fighting? That's like a fighter's injury, for the most part. Oh, when you were kids. Yeah, that's still the stupidest injury. And trying to explain to my mom what I did, like how it happened, was like the most awkward thing, because I'm just like, I was picking my teeth with my ruler, and she's like, that's fucking gross, you little weirdo, what are you doing? We can go to sleep. Hey, have a good one, Patch. Thanks for tuning in. We got Astrid, and we got Mask Horseman. I guess we didn't really talk about, we can go back while we're waiting for this. Hey, Outlaw, how are you doing today? We didn't talk about this. So, Jolly Green Jack, it's live while we're talking about this, but Jolly Green Jack is in first with a 4-1. And then we've got Astrid at 3-2, Mask Horseman at 3-2, Giga Impact at 3-2, Rabies at 3-2, and then Dougie at 2-3. So, a lot of monsters in contention right now. The only monsters that I think are eliminated is Mochi and Wilfred. I don't know if they both win both their matches. It actually would be pretty big if they both won both their matches, so I'm not sure. They might be able to win on a tiebreaker. Sucking on a pen and once in 4th grade accidentally sucked it into your mouth. Yikes. I remember this one kid in my school was he was harassing my friend. So it was a boy harassing a girl. And she got so fed up with it, she just stabbed him in the back of the hand with a pencil, and the entire graphite broke off under his skin. It was like legit like an inch deep. And he had to go to the hospital and explain what happened, and it was a whole thing. Just watching it on TV and had one of those reusable water bottles with the lid you pull open and had some chocolate milk. It's almost empty. Decided to stick your thumb in to reach the milk. Tried to use oil. Ah, that sucks. That sucks, man. I've done shit like that as a kid. I think everybody's done stupid stuff like that. Anyway, Astrid wins game 1. Rush slash misses. Astrid's not feeling it today. Not trying to get hit. Perforate hits at 75%. Decent amount of withering. Puts him in the lead by a significant amount. But yeah, that's the thing, right? All kids do weird shit like that, and you just... It doesn't seem weird at the time as a kid, but like as an adult, you're like, this is... A boy ain't right. You know? Punch. Big old punch right in the front of the horse. He's got a little skull. He's got a little codpiece skull on the front of the horse, you know? Oh, gets the stab throw. How much damage are you looking at? 6 a.m. and already that boy ain't right. That's my... I was watching the episode where Bobby's in baseball yesterday. And it just shows the montage. And Hank's like, that's my boy. And then he's a couple years older and he sucks even more. He's like, that's my boy? And then it shows it even further to like present day. And he's like, that boy. That's such a good joke. Punch him in the dick. It almost worked. It almost worked, but it did not work. Is that 1-1? That's 1-1, right? It's either 1-1 or 2-1 for Masked Horseman, but I was not paying attention, so we're gonna run this. While it's running, I'm gonna check stream just to make sure. So I'm not gonna do much commentary right now because I gotta run it back a little bit in my stream here just to check. Big punches. It looks like it's not gonna matter. Oh wait, Astrid's still alive. Oh, hits him again. Do we see a grit? We don't. Okay. So that's gonna be a win from Masked Horseman. That's my purse, you don't know me. I have a scar on the back of my left hand for trying to open a can of cherries with a knife. Okay, so I have that same thing. Very hard to explain to someone why you have a cut on the back of your hand from cutting, but it's the exact same thing happened to me. I say exact same thing happened without knowing what your scenario was, but I also have a cut on the back of my hand from trying to open a thing. So with mine, I was working in a grocery store when I was in high school, or just out of high school, and I was trying to open a thing of plastic wrap, like a thing was shrink wrapped. You missed when you were stabbing the can and hit your hand? Oh, okay, so that's completely different than mine. So the hand I was holding the knife in, I got the cut on the back of that hand. And so what happened was I was trying to cut plastic wrap, like shrink wrap, and it wasn't working with my knife. And the blade snapped on my X-Acto knife. And so I was like, okay, well that sucks, but whatever. And so I just went into the kitchen because I worked in the produce section. And I got just like a knife we cut vegetables with. Just like a short, small little, kind of like a kitchen knife. And so I started cutting with that because whatever, it's not the best, but if it works in a pinch, it works, right? I'm not going to be like, oh, sorry, I can't do my job. The one knife I had broke. There's no other knives because there are other knives, right? And so I'm using it. and the blade on it snaps off. And immediately does like a 180 into the back of my hand somehow. And like it goes deep enough that it's like standing up. And I don't know how it happened. I probably couldn't do it on purpose if I wanted. But the entire blade snapped off the handle and got lodged in the back of my hand. I guess I was pushing it with enough force to make that happen. I don't know. And so having to go to my manager and be like, hey, can I have the rest of the day off? There's a fucking knife in my hand. I got to go see a doctor about this. They're like, oh, yeah, I got more questions than you can probably answer, but you can leave. I had to get stitches in elementary school because he was jogging home from the bus with your head down, slammed into some guy's parked car, and then he came out and yelled at me. I mean, to be fair, that's your own fault, right? That sucks. And cars are expensive. I feel that. Yeah, you can go, but it counts as PTO. Yeah, exactly. No, I don't think I got paid for it. I think I just had to go home. Dougie has a nice POW. 369. It's nice. Okay. Bets are in. Dougie and Mochi. Let's go. Got workers' comp for yours. I wasn't lucky enough. Bite doing a little bit of damage. Second bite misses. Pushes him back. Thrust at 93. A little bonk on the head. 100 damage. Actually not too bad for Mochi. I was doing more than I was expecting. Paralyzed coming out at 74. That does significant damage and withering. And no anger. So Dougie is in the lead both life-wise and with guts. Both monsters can attack though. Paralyzed at 73. Hits again. Just keeping Mochi away from being able to do anything. Mochi now has the guts lead. And isn't so far behind on life that it's an issue. One hit can probably change the tide here. Bite can do a little bit. Mochi going for slap would probably not be enough, but if he can land a couple, it might be big. Another bite. 3 seconds left. Both monsters can attack. Goes for scratch to run down the clock. And that's going to be it. Dougie wins game number 1. Paralyzed landing has been the key to Dougie winning. Does a decent amount of withering. It takes a very long time for the animation. It's like a 6-second animation. $38 guts down is worth it though. Mochi with a little guts lead. Bite doing a decent amount of damage there. Mochi just building up his guts. Doesn't give a shit. Oh, another bite. So that's really good for Mochi actually. A big roll assault here could completely change what we're looking at. Slap not so much, but he's going to go for it anyway. A little bit of withering. Another bite. Mochi's got a massive 50 guts lead. What's he going to do with it? Headbutt at 85%. Ooh, 104 damage, minus 3 guts. He goes for it again. He can just keep swinging if he wants. He may be able to kill on this. Oh, 108? That was a big one. Dougie has a big guts lead now, though. He can go for another headbutt. Goes for scratch. Big damage. Oh my god, Mochi with the frame 1 roll assault stops Dougie from being able to use Blizzard, which would have gotten a guaranteed crit and KO. Mochi doing what he needs to do to win game number 2. One time at work, I was bending down to grab a rack of glasses, and I had straightened up to hit the back of your neck on a metal shelf. Yikes. That sucks, man. Thrust. Misses at 92%. Dougie with a pretty big lead now. Mochi lands the headbutt. Decent amount of withering on that. Here comes a bite. Dougie using multiple bites and scratches in a row is not the best strategy, but damage is damage. Mochi has a 30 guts lead now. What's he going to do with it? A headbutt. This could do decent damage, but it misses. Yikes. That headbutt lands. 108 damage on the crit. There's a scratch doing 56. 2 in a row. 48. 3 in a row. Misses the third one. Mochi's got a shot here. Goes for thrust at 95%. Decent damage. A little bit of withering. Ooh. Both monsters can attack. Bite's not going to do enough to kill. Both monsters can still attack. Roll Assault will win it for Mochi. I don't think anything else Mochi has will kill here. So, Dougie is going to win that one 2-1. Dodging that 90 and that 83 to win. Mochi dodging a couple of weaker attacks from Dougie. Next up, we got Jolly Green Jack. And we got Rabies? No, Wilfred. Jolly Green Jack and Wilfred. Okay, prediction is not live yet. There we go. Place your bets. Who do you like? Okay, so yeah, Mochi definitely can't make the finals now. But it is kind of wide open otherwise. If Wilfred wins this one, he's not out yet. I do not believe. It looks like 4 wins can like put you in a really good spot to advance. But 3 wins may not be eliminated. Still have the tooth they put back in, but there's no feeling in it. It didn't fully die. Oh, that's good. That would have been really gross if it did. Okay. Prediction is good. Ooh. People like Jolly. Makes sense. There's the anger. Diving press at 43% is kind of a scary prospect. It lands because it always lands. It's a guaranteed KO, minus 36 guts. But there's the grit. It's not over yet. Jolly Green Jack can go for another diving press if he wants, but he does not. Goes for a punch instead, which is the smart option. Misses at 53%. 1-2 misses at 62. Wilfred really needed that. Diving press misses that time, 67 to himself. Wilfred's kind of getting back in it with that. He can do a little bit of damage and withering with 1-2 and body blow to stop Jack from getting back to being able to attack. Has a lot of axe sounds in a row. Ooh, punch misses again. It's not over. Wilfred can do something big here. Attack multiple times. Bite. No, it's going to run out of range on its own. I don't know why it did that. Jolly Green Jack. Kind of lucky there. Wins game 1. Game 2, here we go. Bite misses. Wasn't that game 3? No, it was game 1. Game 3. What parallel universe do you live in where that you saw 2 other games? Ooh, body blow. Trampolines are crazy. Thought you remembered Jack using a big move. No, so he landed it, and Wilfred got grit. And then the match just kept going. Another body blow, not enough to kill. Yeah, that happens to me too, where you'll see the big one and you're like, okay, it's over. And then your brain just doesn't register that it's the same match. Wilfred wins game number 2. We do have a game 3. Uh-oh. If Wilfred wins this, it's very, very big for the standings. It's probably Jolly Green Jack's worst matchup, this and Rabies, because Jolly Green Jack does not have the best chance to hit with a lot of these moves that actually do damage. Diving Press having a 46% chance to instantly win him the game is kind of, like, really good. But on a miss, it's very risky. You hurt yourself. Uppercut's going to land at 45%. 400 damage. That's enough. Jolly Green Jack wins that one 2-1. You guys guessed correctly. Only one person went with the long odds. And our final match of round 6. I think it's round 6. Yeah, round 6. We got Giga Impact. And Mask Horseman. Oh no, Rabies, sorry. Okay, prediction is live. Feel like Giga Impact or do you like Rabies? Look at how much bigger the Baku is. It's like, you puny whale. Yeah, if Wilfred had won that, Jolly Green Jack would have gone to 4-2, which is still a very good record and tied for first, but he would have been tied for first with 2 other monsters. Giga Impact and Rabies both currently at 3-2. One of them's going to go up to 4-2. A lot of stuff can happen still. This is actually going to be a fight to the finish for all the monsters in this. I'm pretty sure Jolly Green Jack is the only one who is guaranteed a spot at the moment. I don't think anyone else... People can tie him, but he will not finish out of the top 4. He's guaranteed a spot in top 4. Both your accidents were caused by poorly made nets. I feel like a lot of trampoline accidents are made by poorly made nets. It's kind of a fucked up concept in the first place if you think about it. I love trampolines, but like, kind of wild when you think about it. Scratch, big scratch, 57% chance to hit, but it lands. Rabies does not have a lot of life, so it's kind of an issue for Giga Impact. If he lands, he can do a lot of damage, but he needs to get the land first. Power, completely useless right now, but it will guarantee a kill. 5-way tie again? We're not getting a 5-way tie again, but it's going to be close. Rabies wins game 1. Game 2, here we go. Charge doing just under 100 damage. Giga Impact kind of shrugs it off. He has a lot of life. He's a big tanky boy. He dodges the charge. Using that guts correction to his advantage, Rabies only having about 60 to 70% chance to hit. Scratch at 57, hits this time. 110, just under half of Rabies' health. Both at half health now. Rabies in the driver's seat has a better chance to hit. Slightly misses another charge at 62. Giga Impact now has a big guts lead. Knocking up can be pretty solid. Hits the bite. Does a tiny bit of damage because of that massive guts correction on Giga Impact. Lands the knocking up. That is a guaranteed KO. Just like that, we got a game 3. Not making it easy on each other. If you're horrifically injured, you at least get to see in one of the trampoline parks. Yeah, that's true. Ooh. Headbutt did a decent amount. He's angry now. This is going to do a lot of damage and withering. 137. Pretty solid amount of damage, but the withering. The withering is the big one. Dust Cloud's going to do a decent amount here too. Minus 12 guts. Giga Impact gets Fury. He's a furious whale. Is he going to be able to do anything with it, though? I don't think he's going to hit 45. No, he gets up to 37, which is less than 45. I don't know if you guys know math. But, you know, with it being less, it makes it difficult for him to do anything about it. He has power now, maybe? He does not proc power. He goes for scratch at 56. 164. Big-ass crit. Just says, you know what? I don't need power. Fuck this. Show my work. Hold on, let me write out the quadratic formula. Giga Impact wins on the big crit. He does a big slam on his buddy. So Giga Impact moves up 4-2. Rabies moves down to 3-3. So look at this, is interesting. Jolly Green Jack currently at 5-1, guaranteed a spot in the finals. And then we have Mask Horseman and Giga Impact at 4-2. And then Astrid, Dougie, and Rabies all tied for 4th place at the moment. That means that whoever wins out of Astrid and Dougie will be tied for a chance at 4th. The loser will be eliminated. And Rabies needs to beat Jolly Green Jack to make sure that it has a chance in the finals. Actually, if Rabies, yeah, so that's exactly right. If Rabies beats Jolly Green Jack, it has a shot at the finals, but is not guaranteed a spot in the finals. Same thing with Astrid and Dougie. The winner of that will have a shot at the finals. The loser will be eliminated. The only 3 monsters currently... No, that's the thing. Mask Horseman and Giga Impact also have to win their matches as well. So the only monster right now that's guaranteed a spot is Jolly Green Jack. Every single set counts in this next round of matches. Okay, so first things first, we got Astrid. Got more cats and dogs. Astrid and Dougie. Okay, so let me get the prediction up. Okay, predictions live. Place your bets. Who do you like? Do you like cat? Do you like dog? 30 seconds left on the clock. I should bet. I haven't bet at all today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bet in time before it runs out. I think I might be able to. Fuck. Where's Twitch on my phone? There we go. I got 11 seconds left. Can I make it happen? I don't know if I got it in time. I don't think I did. I didn't get it in time. Too late. Anyway. Here we go. Astrid and Dougie. Blizzard to start things off. Misses at 70%. Astrid building up a guts lead. Goes for the punch. Pretty high chance to hit. 77 damage, minus 6 guts. And the leaping kick as well. Dougie has lost just under half his health. He's got 70 guts. Goes for Blizzard. That one lands. 155 damage. So just like that, they're tied up. Perforate lands. A little bit of damage. Decent amount of withering. Dougie doesn't really care too much about withering. He has the potential to proc anger. But it's not a very, very high chance. Diving press misses at 65. Tiger goes for Blizzard as a straight up counterattack immediately after 192 damage. Astrid can still attack. Diving press can do a decent amount of damage now. Goes for another Blizzard. 6 seconds left on the clock. That one lands 111 damage. Dougie wins game number 1. Can you take my channel points? You may be able to. Bite for a tiny bit of damage to start things off. Astrid goes for a punch. Tit for tat. Paralyzed would honestly be pretty good in this matchup. Astrid has anger and a slow guts rate, which are both things that are hindered very hard by Paralyze. Ooh, misses the perforate. Lands the bite. 99 on the crit. Blizzard at 72 is kind of spooky. Another punch comes out. Dougie with almost 99 guts. Misses the bite. Goes for the Paralyze immediately after at 73. That misses as well. Just like that, Astrid has a guts lead. Goes for Blizzard. That lands 132. Not enough to kill. Has anger. Diving press would be really spooky now. Goes for Perforate. That's going to do an insane amount of withering. Both monsters can attack. Dog gets Fury. Is he going to run down the clock? Almost runs down the clock. Goes for the Perforate. Perforate misses at the last second. Dougie is going to win that 2-0. It really came down to that last attack. If that had landed, that would probably kill. Don't quit, you little kitty. Too little, too late. Mask Horseman versus Mochi. If Mask Horseman loses this one, Mask Horseman's been doing really well, but if he loses this one, he may not make the finals. So what do we like? Do you like the horse? Do you like the moch? Place your bets. We got 30 seconds left. So yeah, this is really interesting. If Horseman loses this, he will be tied with Dougie, and he will be tied with Giga Impact if Giga Impact loses, and he will be tied with Rabies if Rabies wins. Giga Impact has the potential to... Wait, so Giga Impact and Rabies have to fight each other? No. It's Jolly Green Jack and Rabies that have to fight each other. So it is possible for both Giga Impact and Rabies to win, which would be worst case scenario for Horseman. Should Horseman lose. A lot of things have to go wrong, but it's possible. Roll Assault lands 77. Mask Horseman gets the anger immediately. This is great for him. Rear leg kick, not the best move to use in anger, but it's going to do a decent amount of withering. 20. Pretty solid. Goes for Rush Slash immediately after. No anger on this one, but still, the damage is the main event on that one. Withering, not so much. Rear leg kick at 99. Probably do under 100. Yeah, 66 damage. Not even close. Mochi gets anger. This could be bad. Lands the smash. And that's it for Mochi. 99 guts and no attacks. Mask Horseman wins game 1. Ooh, misses the Rush Slash there. Thrust lands. Ooh, another one. A little bit of damage. Decent amount of withering. Mask Horseman just above half health. They have the same amount of guts. Goes for the smash. It misses at 80. Mochi is in a very good spot right now. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He's gonna get stabbed. Poor Moch. Turned from a Mochi into a dongo. Put him on a stick. Headbutt doing decent damage. 98% chance to hit because Mask Horseman has anger. One more will do it. He goes for it again. 101 damage. And that's going to be it for game 2. Mochi wants this win. He wants to play spoiler. Trying to give everyone a hard time. Rush Slash. That's a good opener, 160 damage. Mochi doesn't get angry, which is fine. It'd be better if he did, but you know, you can't always get what you want. Rear leg kick. Hits at 88. Decent damage there. Minus 14 guts. Goes for the headbutt at 79. That lands as well. Mask Horseman still has a lead. Has a lot of guts. Rear leg kick, a decent option here. A little bit of damage just to increase his lead. Roll Assault can still do a lot. Thrust, not a powerhouse move, but is very accurate. 100 damage. Who's got next attack? Rush Slash at 68 misses. Mochi can win it with Roll Assault. He goes for it, 80% chance, and it lands. That is going to win him the game. Mochi is making things tough for Mask Horseman. He wins 2-1. Who predicted that? I was very one-sided on the betting. You're not good at betting? That was a safe bet. It's a safe bet that Mochi was going to lose that one. Next up, we got Jolly Green Jack and Rabies. This one, like all the others, also matters. If Rabies loses this, we have our top 4. It'll be Jolly Green Jack, And then a three-way tie. Or no, it'll be Jolly Green Jack, and then Mask Horseman, Giga Impact, and Dougie. The order is yet to be seen. So Rabies needs to win this to have a chance at advancing. Betting isn't showing up for you. If you're on mobile, you may have to reset. Betting on mobile is really fucked. It barely works. See, it's not letting me bet either. I'm on mine. Betting on Rabies because I think it's the better odds. But realistically, if you're a Dougie fan like I am in my heart, you're hoping Jolly Green Jack wins. If you're on PC and it's not happening, I'm not sure. Don't know what to tell you. Ugh. Kick. Big damage, 45%. Rabies in a little bit of trouble. Charge lands 182. Ooh, that's pretty solid damage. Gets the grit though, so it's not over. It's gonna be a little while before Jolly Green Jack can attack again. Rabies is in the driver's seat here, can do big damage, but instead he goes for Dust Cloud, which is the worst possible move for him to do. Ooh. Jolly Green Jack lucking out right now. His opponent forgets how to play the game. Goes for Diving Press at 39 and misses, and he does 37 damage to himself. He is one hit away from losing. Rabies can do anything here. He's choosing not to, though. Goes for the charge at 69. That is a KO. And we see no grit. So Jolly Green Jack gets the Diving Press at 39%, but it's not enough. Grit coming in handy a lot of the time here. Punch at 52. That misses. Ooh. Oh, the Diving Press misses again. Gravy's kind of running away with this Dust Cloud again. Not really what he wants to do here. It's a little bit of damage, but it's giving Jolly Green Jack a chance to get into it. Uppercut at 41. That's going to whiff. Rabies has enough guts to attack again if he wants. Jolly Green Jack is close, but may not get there. Gets back up immediately. He has a slight guts lead on his opponent. Can he land? He needs to land Diving Press here, or Uppercut. Instead, he's going to get charged. Rabies is going to win that one 2-0. And we have one more match in our round robin before we get to our top four. We got Giga Impact. And we got Wilfred. Betting is live. Make your predictions. This is your last chance to bet before top four. I assume that didn't go in your favor last time. So Jolly Green Jack ends at 6-1. Very good record. So yeah, we're going to have to run a tiebreaker, I bet. Okay, 15 seconds. Get your bets in. Okay, here we go. Giga Impact and Wilfred. Wanted both Astrid and Rabies to win. Well, Rabies won at least. The thing is that even if Astrid won, it may not have made it in to top 4. Dougie may still not make it in. It's my monster, but I can't play favorites, you know? I keep track of wins and losses for a reason. Wilfred misses that bite at 69. Or was it 89? No, 69. Hits that one. Knocking up at 64. Very spooky. That's going to do a lot of damage. One hit KO on the crit. Giga Impact does not care. Wilfred just shakes it off, though. And then gets bonked. Pretty quick. Giga Impact wins game number 1. Ooh. Scratch misses. Misses again. Hits that time. 2 in a row. Giga Impact kind of shrugging him off, though. Thing is, Wilfred doesn't do a lot of withering, so Giga Impact is just going to build guts constantly, whether or not he's attacking. Damn. Missing the 2 back-to-back is really bad for Wilfred. Does exactly as much damage as he needs to do. Unfortunate for Wilfred. That ends his time in today's bracket, though I do believe it was already over. Giga wins that one. So with that, let's take a look at our standings and we'll see who advances to top 4. So Giga Impact moves up to 4 and 3. Yeah. Oh, Giga Impact was only 4 and 3. Okay, interesting. So if Giga Impact had lost that, it wouldn't have moved on either. So, okay, let me do the math real quick. We got Dougie with how many wins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe is 1 off of the maximum you can get with a 4 and 3 record. Ask Horseman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure I counted that right. How many wins does he have? He has 1, 2, 3,
I'm sorry, I'm terrible
4.
with the details.
Mask Horseman lost. I have him losing against 6. No, 6 is Rabies. So he beat Rabies, right? Yes. It's a 2-1. Unless I marked that off wrong, but I don't think I marked that off wrong. There'll be a big scandal in the Monster Rancher community if I mark that off wrong, but either way. Okay, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's got 10. 3 and 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. And then Giga Impact with 4 and 3. Giga Impact is 5. Has how many wins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't think that works out either. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Check Ladder and Jim Crackle is listed having a 1 and 2 record. Is that a typo? Yes, it is. Okay, so I made a mistake here. Who did Giga Impact? Giga Impact beat Rabies? I marked something down wrong. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with the details. I could have sworn Giga Impact was like guaranteed a win. He lost to Dougie. I remember that. He lost to Jolly Green Jack. Did he lose to Rabies? No. I have it marked off as a loss for both of them. That's a mistake. That's a little error. Okay, so that's peculiar. Loss, loss, loss. Win-loss, win-loss. So, okay, so this is supposed to be a win here. That means that I have a mistake somewhere else. Do I have... Oh, did I mess up these two? Was that the issue? Yeah. That's the issue, right? Yes. Happen if it's a tie? Well, we'll get to that. I'm working my way through this. So, Rabies beat him, or Rabies lost to him? I'm so fucking perplexed. Rabies did not beat Jolly Green Jack. Or no, wait, Rabies did beat Jolly Green Jack, right? Yeah, he did. So this is correct. And then this is wrong. That's what it is. There we go. Jolly Green Jack lost that last one, right? Jolly. It's 4 and 6. And yes, he lost. Okay. So let's count that again. That means that Giga Impact, yeah, I was confused by that because I was pretty sure Giga Impact had already advanced. So that means Giga Impact and Jolly Green Jack are tied. And Dougie, Mask Horseman, and Rabies are tied. So that means we got to check Rabies' score. Why do I have Mosquito? What the fuck? What time of year is it? Rabies is 6. Rabies has how many wins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Rabies is guaranteed 3rd place. That means that Dougie and Mask Horseman have to do a playoff. Best of 1, winner moves on. But who actually won the day? We got Jolly Green Jack and Giga Impact. Jolly is at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he lost 2-0 both the times he lost, right? Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. So he's got 10. That means Giga Impact is 1st overall for the day. Jolly Green Jack is 2nd. Rabies is 3rd. And for 4th, we have a tie between Dougie and Mask Horseman. So let's run that back real quick. Best of 1, winner advances. Doesn't get any closer than this. And by advances, I mean makes top 4. May not actually advance, you know. I'm going to be so sad if my monster loses in the tiebreaker again for the 2nd time this week. But it's possible it can happen. Not going to do the betting because it's going to be a very quick best of 1. And then I have to set up the bracket. So we'll take a quick little break so I can go get some water. And, you know, do all the housekeeping stuff I got to do. Okay. Mask Horseman and Dougie. Rush Slash to start things off. Misses at 68%. Bite at 76. 93 damage. Pretty decent. Hits the scratch as well. Mask Horseman back up to 50 guts, though. He can do something. Paralyze at 72. It misses. Mask Horseman has a huge guts lead. What's he going to do with it? Another Paralyze. That one lands. It's just going to keep Mask Horseman in check a little bit. He still has enough guts to attack. He gets Anger, so he can do a lot of withering here. Rear leg kick. Not the most powerful tech in his arsenal. Does a decent amount of withering, though. Rush Slash at 70. That lands. That's going to do a decent amount. Big crit there. Dougie in a little bit of trouble. Stands still. Goes for bite. Pushes him back. Rear leg kick at 89. That's going to land as well. Dougie got kind of bodied there. He missed a bunch of very, very accurate moves in a row, but it happens. So, Mask Horseman is moving on, and I'm going to set up final bracket, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so welcome back. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We have our top 4 in Monster Rancher Battle League Season 2, Week 3B. We've got Giga Impact in first, and he will be fighting Mask Horseman, who got 4th. And we have Jolly G Jack, Jolly Green Jack, Jolly Get Money Jack in second, fighting Rabies, who got 3rd. So let's get these monsters good to go so we can get some more betting on. Twice in a row my monster has gotten 5th overall. Very unfortunate. You hate to see it. That's okay though. I don't have any qualms. I think Dougie's going to have a really easy time moving out. This was stacked though, man. I'm okay with 5th, you know? I had a 3-way tie for 4th place. Pretty happy with that, all things considered. This was definitely the hardest to advance in. I think everyone but Mace got 5th in their bracket. Gross. Jean-Claude did really badly, but at least Gordy won. I have 1 win under my belt, you know? Oh my god, my hair is so fucking stupid today. I was talking earlier about how I woke up and my hair looked like I had a huge pompadour because I backcombed it. So because I was fucking around after I showered last night, I gave myself a mullet just to see what it would look like. It was pretty funny, but then I didn't fix it before I went to bed, and so my hair was all goofed up. Okay, we got Giga and we got Rabies. Predictions live. Make your bets. I just realized I still have backlight assist on, which means that my webcam's running at half FPS, I think. Yeah, it looks okay. Maybe it's not on. Let's check out the video. Oh, it's not on. Oh, it decided not to stay on today. Okay, that's good. I don't know why, but I've had to adjust that every time I've started a stream for some reason. Giga Impact and Rabies, who do you like? We just saw these two fight. Giga Impact lost barely, I believe. I can't remember. I have a very short memory. I think Rabies... I don't know. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. We're into top 4 now. Here we go. Giga Impact and Rabies. Make your bets. They're all closed. Misses at 55. Ooh, big damage there, 118. Ooh. Doing no damage, but it looks like it's pissing him off. Will's like, I can't believe you've done this. How dare you? Misses that one too. Pretty close. Giga Impact just below half health. Rabies just above it. Dustcloud gonna do some more withering, but Giga Impact has enough guts to attack. Goes for knocking up at 60. It lands. That is gonna kill. 145. Giga Impact wins game 1. Looking like he wasn't going to, but then he did. Knocking up at 58. That one misses. Rabies in a good spot right now. It's the bite, decent damage, a little bit of withering. Just to keep things interesting. Big Impact down to half health now. Zilla can't lose. Zilla is the mascot of our whole league. Ooh, hits the charge. For a scratch, hits it. Big damage there, 104. Hits the charge. Giga Impact is in trouble. Can get power though. Doesn't. Decides not to. He's like, you know what? I got it without it. Knocking up misses at 58%. He's not going to have another chance to attack. Rabies is going to win. So, Game 3. Does a charge, you know, just to try and put a stamp on that, but it misses, and he looks like a fool. An absolute fool. A knave, if you will. So game 3, here we go. Giga Impact and Rabies. Headbutt. Big damage. Bite. Ooh, a little bit there. Comes knocking up 57. He's not had the best luck with that. Lands the charge at the nice number. Rabies can attack again if he wants. Don't think he wants to though. He's okay. He's like, you know what? I'm doing okay. I don't have to worry about it too much. Ooh, belly attack. Decent damage there. Charge lands. Rabies is in the lead by a tiny bit. Both monsters can attack. He gets power to run down the clock slightly. And then he walks away. Scratch at 56. It misses. I think Rabies is in the lead. Yes. So Rabies is going to move on to winners finals. I was very even on the betting. And for the other one, we got Jolly Green Jack. And we got Masked Horseman. It's so funny. I was talking about it earlier that I thought Masked Horseman was like Dougie's worst matchup and he was going to have a really hard time against it. And then that was who he had to fight in the tiebreaker. Very unfortunate. That's how it'd be in Monster Rancher, though. That's a tough Baku. It sure is. Okay, we got Masked Horseman. We got Jolly Green Jack. Similar builds. Masked Horseman with more life. Jolly Green Jack with more skill. Masked Horseman with more power as well. He also has 200 intelligence. He doesn't need it, but, you know, it's there just to flex a little bit. He works out at the library. You know what? I don't know who I want to win this. I think both these monsters have a pretty good shot. Baku is tough, more like Baku is scuff. Oh! Damn. Ooh. Big damage is there. Masked Horseman survives it, though. Not something you see every day. Lands it again. Doesn't need to land it, but he does. Jolly Green Jack wins game number 1. Rush Slash. Big damage there. Aren't you the dude that likes hairs? Oh my god, 2 in a row? He's got grit. Nothing spookier than a golem on 1 life with dive and press, because he cannot hurt himself. Goes for it again. He just doesn't care. 514. He does what he needs to do. Jolly Green Jack wins that one. A single blow. Okay, so now we have our losers match. We've got Giga Impact and Masked Horseman. I'm going to re-enter Masked Horseman just to make sure his techs are in the right order. Giga and Mask. Who do you like? Predictions live. Bet he couldn't get Death Thrust. Yeah, well, I mean, it's tough. Because you can't priority skip for it, right? And he's got the other two heavy attacks. Death Thrust and C would be broken. Like, we're taking a look at Diving Press, and imagine that, but also no possible, like, what do you call it? Like, no downside for missing, other than wasting your guts. Okay. Here we go. Giga Impact, Mask Horseman. Rush Slash starts stuff off. 242 damage. Belly attack. Oh, and he's angry. He's an angry boy. There's the Rush Slash that lands. And again. Mask Horseman wins game number 1. Remember, this is still only 2 out of 3. Winner of this will move on, and then we will start doing 3 out of 5s. Scratch lands, 98 damage. Little opening. Mask Horseman does have that max health, though. Look at how he's almost as tall as the Zilla. I love how tiny the Zilla is in comparison to everyone else. Stab through doing a shit ton of damage. Rear leg kick at 88% can be very hard for Giga Impact to get out of the way of that. He grits, though. He knows it's his last shot. He can't get power, so he needs something big here. Ideally, he'll dodge this, but he does not. So, Mask Horseman with a very quick 2-0. Giga Impact got to attack twice, I think, in the entire set. So that means the Mask Horseman will advance. And let's take a look at how the standings are as we move on to our best of 3s. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're looking at. We've got Rabies versus Jolly G Jack, and then sitting in the wings in losers, we have Mask Horseman. As I mentioned, all matches from this point on will be best 2 out of 3. Will be best 3 out of 5, sorry. Will no longer be best 2 out of 3. So when you're betting, keep that in mind. And when we get to grand finals, if there is a reset, it counts as part of the same set. We do not run 2 separate bets for grand finals and then the reset. Okay, we got Rabies, we got Jolly G Jack. Predictions live, make your bets. Will Jolly land when he needs to land? Will Rabies dodge when he needs to dodge? I have cleared this one Twitter notification like 4 times and it just keeps coming back. While we're waiting, I gotta show you guys something. So on Twitter, this guy made the dumbest post ever. This guy is like crying. He's like actually like losing his mind because he hates that modders exist. That modders exist in the gaming community, and he says that they're stealing, they're bullying game devs into releasing content they want to release and stuff like that. Like, nothing he says makes any sense. He's very, very adamant in his opinion, but he's so fucking stupid. But here, I'll show you. While we're waiting, not to dunk on this guy, but look at this. There's his name is Joe Foreman. He says, just keep letting modders employ more and more tech and put people out of work, water down IP, and completely sap market's interest in a game. This is in response to a Witcher 3 mod. Like, Witcher 3 sold 30 million copies or something. But his name's Joe Foreman. Get ready for this. You want to see the best dunk of all time? This isn't the best dunk of all time. Wait. Is it on this? Joe 4 brain cells. Got him. Put him in a body bag. What a dipshit. Anyway. I thought modders Skyrim would have been dead for years. Yeah. He's not smart. It might be the craziest ratio I've ever seen. It has like 16 likes and 450 retweets, like quote tweets. Anyway. This one's going out to you, Joe 4 brain cells. I just can't believe that. Like, actually the most like brain dead, simping for corporations opinion I've ever seen in my life. That's like worse than Nintendo fanboys. Punch. Finally lands an attack. Punch misses. Jolly Green Jack is keeping it close. Is Dust Cloud going to win it? That's a lot of withering there. He still has enough to attack. He's going to go for it again. He's going to run down the clock. Jolly Green Jack is going to lose game number 1. It's another name you got to use for a tournament monster. Yeah. Okay. So Rabies up game 1. Diving press misses at 38. I normally don't condone like dogpiling at someone if they're having a bad time. If everyone's already targeting them, then like you don't have to target them as well, right? But he keeps doubling down, and so he wants the fight. You know, let him have the fight. He's doing it to himself. Don't have to tweet through it. You can just log off, you know? You said something stupid and people are body bagging you for it. Like, just be like, oops. Or even, no, you know what? I'm right, but, you know, I got better things to do. But instead, he wrote like a massive thread, and it's all very, very dumb. But it's very funny. It's incredibly funny. It might be a troll. I don't think it's a troll, but it would be very, very funny if it was. Misses the charge. Rabies is doing very well here. Kick misses. Jolly Green Jack having a hard time. Can't land anything. Rabies. I know he's got some speed, but these percentages are not adding up to what they're supposed to. You don't condone dogpiling unless Rabies is doing it? That's fair. He's pretty good at it, too. Ooh. A little bite to start things off. Goes for a kick at 47. Misses. Jolly Green Jack has not landed an attack in the last 2 sets so far. Diving press only at 40%. This is a really hard matchup for Jack. He only needs to land like 2 attacks, though. That's the thing. It's about landing those 2 attacks. Rabies, doing a little bit of chip damage. Jolly, around 40 to 50% chance to hit on most of his stuff to simulate an ass beating. And see, that's the thing, right? Is like, I think it's totally fine to just have an opinion that other people disagree with. And so the first thing he was talking about was that someone had modded Witcher 3 to have a new voice actor for Geralt, right? Which is like weird, but not the end of the world. And he's like, this sucks. And then he extrapolated that into a bunch of stuff about how mods are ruining the gaming industry. They're holding devs hostage. That's the thing he actually said. So that gamers who mod are holding devs hostage who are just trying to tell a story. It's the most like weirdo opinion I think I've ever seen. Okay. So Rabies moves on. Congratulations. Jen Gab, your monster has advanced. We have our losers finals now. We got Jolly, G-Jack. Who said Baku was scruff? Yeah, who said that? That was Dark Beaten. He's just mad there's no hairs. Leave him be. Henry Cavill would be pretty good for it. He's playing him in the movie, right? Jolly G Jack and Mask. Also been betting on Baku. I mean, that's fair. Oh, man. We're going to end pretty early tonight. I'm pretty happy about that. For the Netflix series. Oh, that's right. It's not a movie. It's a Netflix series. Anyway. I'm a big fan of like incredibly shitty anti-consumer takes. I normally don't care. I try not to get involved because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. My opinion on that dingleberry is not important, and he's not important, and I don't know who he is, and I'll never see him again. But I felt attacked because, you know, this is a mod. This is fantastic. This is fan-fucking-tastic. It's way better than the original game. And we didn't steal jobs from devs. Al's not out there wringing Tecmo by the neck to make this happen. So I got a little defensive, maybe. Modding is great. If you care enough about a game to mod it, then you are a true fan. Even if it's to completely change functionality of the game, it's because you care enough about it that you're willing to put in the time. Uppercut at 69, that's going to land 306 damage. Lost your shot with Bethesda because Shadowlord put in a boobs mod. Oh no. I heard they fired the entire Smash Bros. Staff because of the Naked Pyra Metro mod. That happened. They're all gone. They all work for fucking Bungie. They work for Bungie now. That's where they work. They migrated. What is with these diving presses at percents that like do not warrant it? Like you don't need to do it there. No, please, not that. Uh-oh. Could be 343. Could be worse. Link, by the way. I didn't say intern. Everyone got fired because Sakurai saw that and was like, "This guy, he can make a nude mod. What are you guys doing with your time? You know? You're all fired." I am Sakurai, and I have the final say on hiring and firing at Nintendo. It's a true story. That's verbatim what happened. Punches him, leaves him with 5 health though, and another punch comes out. That one doesn't land. Mask Horseman has a lot of guts. He can do something big here. Jolly Green Jack does not have the most life. He's got a decent amount, but not the most. 93, not 900 damage. Some people act like he does. Yeah, I know, but like I don't expect the average Smash fan to know anything, let alone anything about game dev. Another diving press, bro. Why? Why go for it? I appreciate it. It's funny as fuck, but why? Damn, dude. Jolly Green Jack running away with this. Rear leg kick. Doing a little bit of damage. This is gonna land 269 damage. Mask Horseman needs something big here. Trying to kill his enemies. Actually trying to kill them. And this is gonna land again? Oh my god. Also, just so you guys know, it's not like it's delayed or anything. I can tell it's gonna land because of the way the camera moves before it actually connects. Remember, I got into an argument with this dude one time because he was saying Nintendo needed to funnel more money into Pokemon tournaments and they could just not get it through their head that that's the Pokemon company's job. I mean, that's what they do, right? Jolly Green Jack wins, which means we've got a rematch between Rabies. You bet on Stardust because golems are luckiest. That's fair. That's the thing that we talk about a lot in in a competitive sense. And I don't know if there was any kind of like this level of discussion when you were playing the game way back when. But there's a lot to be said for a risk-averse build. Risk-averse builds are usually very consistent, and consistency is what wins when RNG is the only deciding factor in a match. But there is a difference between risk-averse and safe to the point of it being detrimental. And that's a thing we see a lot, is builds that don't do any damage. They land every attack, but they still don't have the same damage output. Okay, this is Grand Finals, boys. This is your last chance to bet. If there's a Grand Finals reset, we will not reset the betting. So this is either Rabies winning 1 set or Jolly Green Jack winning 2 sets. But yeah, so two more to that point. Golem being able to kill in 1 hit on a 40% chance only has to land it once, right? 40% is risky, and he does damage to himself when he misses. So for a lot of that, it's not a risk-averse build. But if you told me a 40% chance to win and a best 2 out of 3 format on a coin flip, landing 140% versus having to land like 380%, 480% in a row, I don't know, like the odds are about even, right? Okay, 8 seconds left. How you doing, Muffin? We're in Grand Finals, Monster Rancher Battle League Week 3B. Let's get it on, in the words of the illustrious captain, Tennille. Betting on Jack for the odds, but I don't really trust his chances. Damn, diving press misses 38%. Rabies, one of 2 monsters today that had speed. One of them did not do particularly well. Rabies did very well. Not too shabby, came in to enjoy some good old Monster Rancher. Some good-ass Monster Rancher, some GAMR, some gamer. Jolly Green Jack can get the 1-hit kill with both diving press and uppercut, but he misses the diving press. Jolly Green Jack does not have as many opportunities to play with as Rabies does. Foolery. 58's the best chance he's going to get on that move. Ooh, dodges the charge. It's not over yet. He needs something big. Kick's not going to be enough. Doesn't matter. He doesn't do anything anyway. Rabies wins game number 1. 2 points away from winning the tournament. Damn golems. They're very powerful. They are strong boys. Bite 73 lands. -4 guts. He's got anger. He's got anger issues. What's he going to do with it? He's going to chill, which is probably best possible scenario. Look at that guts. Golem with 96 guts. You do not see that often. Punch still misses because, you know, wasn't a very good chance to hit. Uppercut's going to miss as well. Both monsters above 70. Goes for the uppercut. Lands this one. 375 on the crit. Rabies gets grit. So he can still get a KO here. Oh, that'll do it. But there's the second grit. Jolly Green Jack not going down that way. Both monsters can attack. Goes for diving press. He needed to do 1 damage. Oh my god. Why? Anyway. 2-1 for Rabies. Sorry, 1-1. Not 2-1. Hits the diving press frame 1. 2-1 for Jolly Green Jack. He's gonna be so happy when he watches the VOD, yeah. Okay. Slowly walking forward. He's like, you know what? I'm not pressing my luck. I got it. Got it twice in a row. I'm gonna relax a little bit. I like the way you think, Jolly Green Jack. Nickel back in. Exactly. Big punch for more than half of Rabies' health. With a Guts lead, Jolly Green Jack can kill with pretty much anything. Dust Cloud going to do a little bit of withering. If it procs anger, that's great for him. It does not. Hits the charge, 112 damage, -10 guts. Oh, there's the anger. Angry diving press, misses, and does 91 damage to himself. Oh my god. Hits the charge. Do we see a grit? We do not. Just like that, Rabies on tournament point. Jolly Green Jack on set point for reset. He's thugging so much. He's doing his best. He misses it. He tries. He went for it. You gotta love it. He didn't even cut his hair and change his name exactly. Screen cap that, and then you can say, look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Because that was fucking funny. 3 KOs on 3 diving presses. Jolly Green Jack resets bracket. Here we go. Even playing field now. 150 on charge. Diving press better than brow smash. Changed my mind. Oh, what the fuck is happening? Oh my god. He gets grit. It's not over yet. He can still get a KO pretty easily. He has a little bit of a guts lead. Bro, are you serious? Is he gonna do another one at 1% or 1 life? Uppercut. You don't need to swing. You don't need the haymaker right now, brother. Just relax. Hits the bite. Does a decent amount of damage. Off the top rope. Bro, that's like watching the Big Show jump off the top rope. Like, that is fucking terrifying. Kick at 45%. Hits. Boops him in the snoot. Jolly Green Jack wins. Game 1 of the reset goes to him. Rabies now on the back foot. Uppercut at 40. It's gonna whiff. It's gonna whiff because it was not diving press. Charge lands. Big damage there. Charge lands again. Jolly Green Jack in a little bit of trouble now. He's getting heated. He's fired up. Misses the punch. Misses the kick too. Why do you even bother having other moves? I know, right? Charge lands again. Called cheats? Well, I don't know about that. 1-1. We got anywhere between 2 and 4 more matches. Or games, I should say. Charge lands another crit. 153 damage. Punch misses. Jolly Green Jack still has the guts lead. What's he going to do with it? He's going to go for a kick. That lands. 128. Have any monsters ever killed themselves? You can't. When you have 1 life, you do 0 damage. Does 15 damage to himself. You can't ever knock yourself out. There's a rumor for a really long time, and it like perpetuated even when I was in the Discord, where people were like, yeah, if you have power and you do it, because it doubles your damage, it overrides it and you can kill yourself. Nobody had ever tested this. But it was just like this rumor that got like passed around. It's not true. Like, you can't knock yourself out. The game's not that badly programmed. But it was a thing that people would say. And I was like, really? And so I tested it, and yeah, no, it doesn't work. Diving press at 38. Game 5. It's looking like game 5. Here we go. Comes down to this. Oh my god. No frame 1 diving press. He's making it suspenseful. I cannot believe this is where we're at. This is against the monster with the most speed in the tournament today. Kick misses. Both monsters have 50 guts. You know what that means? That's enough for a diving press. Congratulations, Stardust. Bro. I'm legit speechless. I don't know what to say about that. But as always, we're gonna play a song of my people real quick as I finalize bracket, and then we'll take a look at it. Bro, I don't know. What was that? Okay, so Jolly Green Jack. This guy moved up. Jack 1 here. Jack 1 here. Jack 1 here. And your boy got bracket reset. So congratulations to Jengab and to Stardust. What a fucking grand finals that was. Wow. Oh, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to commentate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, I will see you guys again with week 3C on Wednesday. And we have the one last monster. There's only one monster in the league that has not fought yet, and that's Sloth. That is Big Bakahuna's Icebergy. And he will have to fight 7 returning monsters from rank B. And that will be a lot of fun to see how he stacks up against a wide array of monsters, some very good, some very bad. And then from that point on, we'll know exactly what the seeds are for every monster in rank C. And we will be able to effectively seed tournaments from that point on as monsters move on. So we don't end up with another tournament like today, where the monster who got like 7th place can like absolutely body another tournament if he gets put into it. I cannot believe how stacked today's tournament was. So yeah, once again, congratulations to everyone who made top 4. That also includes Abeth and Alkius. But Jolly Green Jack and Rabies will be moving up to rank B. And yeah, that was a very fun tournament.